What is that?
We got just a special one for the holiday.
Okay, nice. That's sick.
You know, it's chilly out.
It is a little chilly.
I can't be wearing a t-shirt.
It's fully deer season. It's nice.
Yep.
I didn't see nearly as many deer driving here tonight.
I saw 2.
Did you?
Just standing on the white line waiting to come across the road.
2's not bad. 2's not bad. There's times where I make this drive and see literally 40.
Oh, it's
like
coming.
It's insane.
Too.
Yeah.
This is the time.
It really is. All right, I'm going to pull up Instagram, ladies and gentlemen. We are about to be rolling with Meat Bugs.
We're live.
We're live everywhere.
All
Danny
right.
Palm says we're live, then we are live. Let's get this. I am pretty stoked. First man in, your brother.
I knew it. My brother's texting me at 7 o'clock. What's going on? Is there technical difficulties?
Oh,
said,
my
7:30, dude.
That's so funny. Yeah. Come on, man. No faith in us. You think these professionals are gonna have technical difficulties?
That's on-time professional.
Dude, you were right on time. I got to give you that. But yeah, I said you're hanging out with Danilo too much, running on Brazilian time now.
Yeah.
It's rubbing off on you.
By this time in the day, I start getting behind.
Yeah. Well, let's start with that, because before we even get into the meat bucks, Indio opens up a brand new facility. Was today the first day of classes?
Yes. Today was opening day, and it was a wonderful day. It was everything we thought it would be and more.
Nice.
I couldn't be happier for Danilo and his family. I know, like, you've heard his story. They came here with a couple $1,000s, and you know, they were told they were going to open a gym, and that vanished. So they had to just scramble and open a gym, and he grew his army and grew his business and grew his gym up until now. And he opened his new facility. It's like a dream come true for them.
So cool, man. Danilo, not only as a fighter and competitor, like, if people don't know Danilo Villafort, you should definitely look him up on Tapology and look up some YouTube highlights and stuff. He's done it all in the world of competition and combat. But him running India, we say it a lot on the Meat Bucks podcast for sure, and other podcasts. Like, it's crazy that he's in Pittsburgh. Like, we're blessed to have him here. It's amazing. So to see Indio grow out, the other gym, the other dojo was nice, I thought too, but it was definitely small. You could tell. So for them to upgrade the way that they have, and now that team just has a way better facility to grow, and we all know how good the competitors are out of there. So I just feel like it's going to take everything to the next level for them.
It is. And Danilo's really big into judo. So he put springboard floors in. So our mats are like springy, so we can slam each other and not get as hurt.
I like the wording there, as hurt. Jared Billy in here talking about Rad Brad Bangle.
My man, Jared Billy.
And Gazda 94 again. MMA was
Nico's back
great
in
there today. Sup, boys. Pay-per-view Millions too in here. Look at this. We got a streaming poacher here. Millions trying to get us.
I don't know.
Dang, should we switch to Millions? What do you think? Can the 247 Live app and just stream on Millions? We could. I'm just saying, they want us. You guys courting us.
Oh, they're checking us out. I see it. Nice. I like it.
Just checking things out. I see you guys. Appreciate it. But yeah, dude, this is always one of our favorite times. I think everybody looks forward to Meat Bucks, and that last show. Whew, I
knew you were stressed.
Dude, it was so bad. That was the worst week I've ever had. Ryan said the COVID show that got shut down on COVID was worse than that, and I totally believe him. But for me, since I've been involved, that was easily the worst.
Yeah, I could
Nothing
tell.
compares. Yeah.
Just from, like, there was a little bit of radio sound. I wasn't reaching out to you, but you're usually reaching out to me. I didn't get any ticket updates or anything. I'm like, something's going on.
Yeah, man, there were so tickets just got jacked up in general because the seating chart didn't apply anymore. Like, we couldn't do the same seating chart. There just wasn't space. So we roll with punches like we do. And you guys got the meat box. It kind of worked out a little cooler.
Awesome. It was awesome. I'm not going to lie. You guys make your sponsors feel special. And I know it's not just me either.
Yeah.
Like, I think you do a nice job with all the sponsors, making everybody feel special.
We certainly try, because they are all special, man. Me and Ryan talk about it all the time, but like, we don't exist without the sponsors. That's for sure. I know I've heard it at our shows of people coming to the show and think that we're like raking in money because there's 1,000 people there or however many people. And it's like, dude, the expenses on the other side, there's not a lot left over at the end of the day. Like, without sponsors, we're really not able to exist. So thank you. And all the other amazing sponsors we have. that are rolling across the bottom of the screen right now, I assume. So go support all of them. Will Moriarty in the chat too, trying to see who's going to win. A little stout.
And I must say, I'm noticing a lot of different people coming into the store these days.
Really?
Oh, it's
fighters.
It's wonderful. Just everybody from everywhere. Like Lou Armazani came in the
nice
other day.
Dude. That's what's up.
It was awesome.
Lou knows meat too. That's great.
He said when he's not, breaking necks, or taking people's necks, he's cooking. And I love it. I can learn from these guys, black belt guys come in and teach me what to cook. I love it.
Dude, that's awesome. I mean, you're blessed too, dude. You got it going on there at the store. That's a really good place to be. Did you cook for the dojo today?
I did not.
Did you consider it?
I did. I took home a Thor's hammer this weekend. The big whole bone-in beef
nice. Oh, that's awesome.
And that was my plan for my, after training meal today, but I'm going to do it tomorrow instead.
Still going to be good.
Yeah,
for sure.
Figured the time it takes.
It's it's something that you want to really, do right and savor. I mean, that makes all the sense in the world. I'm trying to think what I got in the freezer left. I still got those Wagyu cheeks. Still got the Iberico.
Cheek season.
You do that. It is cheek season. It's always cheek season in my house, baby. Let's go. Oh man, couldn't resist. The delayed air horn made it way better with the delayed air horn. So let's talk about the event and the fights first, because before we get to voting, obviously, and I should probably check and see who Ryan's voting for, huh? That's probably a good idea. Let's see.
I didn't see a whole lot of. I didn't check Instagram or social media a lot today, so.
Dude, the Instagram blew up. Like I think this was the most voted.
I love it.
Yeah, crazy. But it was almost entirely split between two people. Like there's 100+ comments, I would say, and it's almost 50-50 for these two guys. But it's like just two guys completely running away with it.
I thought, which is fun. When I did look, I saw a lot of Nico.
Yeah,
Petridis.
Nico came out the gates hot, and then Dan Cohen snuck up on him. And they both just kind of like.
I wanted to talk about the grappling matches.
Yeah,
I thought
for sure.
They were definite high-end grappling.
Yeah,
at that time.
Yeah, dude, the grappling and that's funny because like it was a blue belt match, a purple belt match, and a black belt match, obviously. But even like the blue and purple belts around here are just so good.
Yeah,
they're so good.
So good.
It's crazy.
Dan Cohen versus Tim Bailey. That was a good matchup.
I loved it.
Yeah, I loved it too.
Yeah.
Wow.
I loved all the grappling matchups, man, for real.
Rubber guard triangle.
That's sick. I even had to text him. I'm like, so inverted reverse triangle, like what are we calling this? I don't really know what to call it. I've never understood the difference between inverted and reverse, and I feel like everybody just uses them interchangeably. I forget what we settled on, honestly. I think we went with reverse.
He had like an arm. He had his arm and his own arm in the triangle. It was
wild. It was insane. I feel like maybe Tim didn't realize that was happening either, because it was such an unusual position.
Right.
By the time he realized, it was too late.
But it was like, yeah, you better.
It was sick. We got exactly. We got to give a shout out. Danny Pump's gonna love this shout out to Jeremiah Butler. He grappled. So first off, he grappled Noah Miller for us in December. I think it was like BitB24 maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And Noah Miller outweighed him by 40 pounds, probably. Just a huge, strong farm boy. And Noah pretty much controlled the match. And afterwards, Jeremiah was like, dude, I'm never grappling somebody that big again. He signs up for Justin Pippins, like the biggest, strongest dude in Pittsburgh. I'm like, what are you doing? But before the match, I saw Jeremiah like 15 minutes before he was about to compete.
He showed up 30 minutes before.
So he showed up 30 minutes before it was time to compete. Like grappling weigh-ins are way more lax, and it's heavyweight anyway. Like who cares? Like he knows he's lighter than Pippins. So
still got to warm up.
Yeah, correct. You would think just straight out of the car into the cage, straight out of the car to the bar. He was double fisting high noons or what else? What were the other ones we had? Stateside, Surfside, whatever they were called, like the vodka seltzers.
At least he was watching his calorie intake.
Bro, double fisting vodka seltzers like 15 minutes before competing. I probably shouldn't even tell that story. Well, there's no commission for grappling. Well, I guess they can't do anything, but
grapplers
insane.
Are special. They're so
insane.
Special.
And then he won.
I would have puked.
yeah. Then he won. He beat Pippins after that. Great match. That one was real fun. Real fun. What out of the three, which one was your favorite?
I think the Bach.
Yeah.
Ethan Goss.
Yeah. Yeah, that was sick.
I'm excited to see Ethan get back in there.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Dude, everybody is. Everybody is. Yeah, Mock is.
I called him Bach.
It's all right.
He's nasty.
He's so good.
Wow.
Bro, he's competed for us a couple times now, and every time that's how it goes. Like, honestly, I'm like, next Sprawl, I want to get him like a top
He's
type
really
dude.
Good.
I want to see how he does against like the Max Hansons of the world. You know what I mean?
Let's go.
See what happens, because he's steamrolling everybody we throw in front of him locally. So we gotta see what's up. Those 10th Planet Mastery guys are they're
tough
sick.
to deal with.
Right? Real good team right there. So, needless to say, Mock and Cohen are for sure in the running for Meat Bucks with their performances, crazy submissions,
then
very nice way.
You had a kickboxing match.
Yeah, true.
Shaka worthy. That was a wonderful display. I thought it was a great fight.
I agree.
Matchup. What was the other guy's name?
Dylan Harnish.
He
was awesome, dude.
It was a nice fight.
Yeah.
Took a lot.
I completely agree. I thought that fight was awesome. Start to finish, those guys were putting on a great pace. I know Dylan was not super happy with his performance and was like apologizing a lot. That's always a weird thing that fight, like not every fighter. Some fighters like apologize after a fight. I'm like, dude, it's fine. Like, you look great. You lost. You don't have to apologize. Yeah. Dude, you don't have to apologize. Like, this is the game.
Well, they got
one of
people
you wins.
Sponsoring them. They feel like they're letting them down, but you're not. I mean, the sponsors are there.
Win or lose, man. Yeah,
that's
there. The point.
Got your back.
Supporting your journey, no matter what. Yeah, exactly. We got a question. When's Mr. Brad grappling for you guys?
Oh God, never.
It's a blue belt now. You ruined it. You could have been a really good white belt, but now you're just a blue belt. Just another blue belt. I don't know, dude. Brad's competition record's pretty strong.
I'm getting pretty old. I'm getting pretty old.
It's all right. We'll do a Masters.
My last name's not worthy, you know. I can't be getting
nice.
Maybe if I had those genes.
That's nice. One of our new matchmakers, Sean Miller, is a blue belt at high ground. I'm just saying. I feel like he might weigh a little more than you, though. What'd you compete at in Charlotte?
168, but I weighed in at 158.
That's savage. I love it. I love that. So, yeah, the kickboxing match was great, and I thought like Shaka was, for me, in consideration for Meat Bucks for sure.
Yeah.
So I saw some comments like, it doesn't have to be a finish. We never defined that Meat Bucks winner has to be a great finish.
Kind of.
It helps, obviously.
We kind of started as like knockout of the night, finish of like
performance of the night.
One of the things we always did in the beginning was scratch everybody that wasn't a finish.
Yeah.
Like, it had to be a finish at least to be considered, because it was kind of like, you know, submission or knockout of the night type thing.
Ryan's making fun of me for waiting until we were live to ask for his vote. Of course. I mean, that's just what I do. But he just gave his vote. All right, that's sweet. We got Jay Manning in the chat. What's up, Jay? He said Brad is going to cook these guys if you would grapple.
Oh,
I like it. I like the confidence. I love the confidence.
Everybody's going to set me up to go in there, aren't they?
I mean, that's definitely what's happening right now. Yes. Why not, though? You could be the first sponsor to ever
maybe
compete.
once Hunter gets in there, we'll get Hunter training.
Me versus you.
Oh,
it balances out.
Let's go.
Yeah. It's not going to go well for me.
That now.
It's not going to go well for me. I'm fine with that.
Once you start training, I might have to.
Dude, I had to break up dudes kissing at weigh-ins. Like, shame's gone now. Shame's gone. If you want to choke me out in a minute, I can live with that result. It's fine. There's no shame left.
Nice.
But yeah, I forgot to ask our Jim and Sean, our matchmakers, their vote too, because I'm the worst. So we'll see. We'll see who everybody's vote is. But what MMA fight should we start with? I'm trying to think. The dude, Kyle Geisinger and Chase D'Angelo.
That was a great debut, right?
Totally.
And I know Geisinger seemed like he was sick and looked like his endurance was a problem. But Chase, he impressed me, man. I thought he was going to.
I couldn't agree more.
He looked very nervous. Like when everybody came out, he was just. But I think was Chip the ref.
Yeah, probably.
Chip told him
there were actually two refs.
He was like, "Stay there." And so he stood there, and he was like, he looked really nervous,
just like frozen in place.
But I think he weathered the storm and kind of just stuck with it, and he impressed me. He was a tough kid.
Felt like that was a great debut for both guys. Like, that's what you would want to see from Amy debut. A lot of cage time, a lot of experience, a lot of different positions. Like, they kind of they got their money's worth, so to speak.
Full fight in. They got all the experience, and
for sure.
It doesn't matter, I don't think, if you win or lose at the amateur level.
No,
I think you need that
agree
experience,
more.
right?
I could not agree more. That's what it's about. Like,
it was a great way to start the MMA off, like you guys always like to do. So
that was intentional. Not gonna lie, I definitely put them first for MMA for a reason, and they totally delivered. So right after them, I believe, was Brian Mitchell from Stout, his debut.
Very impressive. I mean,
textbook.
He did his job.
Yeah,
I'll give him
that. That's it. That's like,
and he said he'd fight again tonight if he wanted. His coaches wanted him to, and I believed him.
So he's not fighting that same night, but
is he on December?
I'm just saying, if you wanted to see him fight again, you probably will have that chance soon.
I would like that. Definitely. I love seeing people that love to be in there.
Me too. You know what I mean? Isn't that awesome?
It's the only place they want to be is in that cage fighting.
What a place to want to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It takes us a special breed. No, Sean, I think our matchmaker Sean just got fired in real time, dude. Like, not actually, but his vote for Meat Bucks, I can't even. I'm afraid to even say it out loud. Oh. Now I still don't know who he's talking about. He said two guys that I don't think competed that night at all.
Oh,
who?
Man.
Oh, no. Okay. Yeah. He just spelled it wrong. He spelled it wrong.
I thought he was already going for the next card. He's making matches.
No, but that is why he typed the one guy. He's like, sorry, I was trying to match him and he was on my brain. Yeah, right, Sean. Yeah, right, bro. But that's good that he was trying to match him. That's sick. 247 home remodeling, remodel bucks. Yeah, we need some remodeling bucks. We need more. So this is genuine. I think we like kind of need more performance bonuses, because every time we do this, we feel like we're leaving 2 or 3 guys out. You know what I mean?
Remodeling bonus, that's huge.
Let's go. We need more bucks. That's all there is to it. And well, we'll save that. We'll save it is buck season, meat buck season, and that's nice. Well done. Well done. All right. After Brian, I think
was it the Craig Perry?
I think it was Craig Perry
Jordan
next.
Oliver.
Yeah.
So you made a comment about that fight. I don't know, but they were the same weight.
Yeah.
I know.
Weigh-ins, yeah,
I guess
for sure.
Craig didn't cut any weight.
Yeah, that was pretty much where Craig was at. Yeah. So Jordan took it on 5 days' notice. That's why.
And explain to me what happened to Craig, because I still don't know.
As far as I know, I talked to him a few days later. As far as I know, he tore or damaged cartilage in his ribs.
Nice.
So
that's what it looked like to me.
Yeah, it was clearly just painful, you know.
It's so
you hate to see that. Yeah, Craig was in a lot of pain.
I've done that.
For sure.
And I feel like I'm dealing with that right now in my neck.
That's not good. You go to the rehab center, go see Isaac, get that fixed.
I go to New Edge Chiropractic. It's a guy from our gym, but I would go see Isaac for sure. I
just would go see Isaac to talk to Isaac.
Rehab
honestly,
center would be awesome.
Just like any excuse to see Isaac is worth it.
He has ice baths and stuff.
Yeah, cold plunge.
That is
sauna, cupping.
That is my dream.
An ice bath?
Well, I have an ice bath. And
nice.
But like, why aren't there places? I mean, it's kind of gross, I guess, but that offer ice sauna and ice bath. Like you could be. They're nowhere. And who wants to buy all that stuff and put it in their house?
I'm telling you. I feel you, bro. There is a place. Speaking of new sponsors, I
would like to go see Isaac.
Yeah. There's a place very close to our new venue that has ice bath, sauna, float tanks,
IV
all
drip,
that stuff.
All that stuff.
I don't know if he has IV drip back. He might though. He very well might.
Very cool. On podcast night, we'll have to go.
That's a great idea. Could you
It'll be like a Joe Rogan experience.
Podcast from the cold plunge.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Get Danny Palm in there.
It would be the worst podcast. Would you cold plunge Danny Palm?
Sure.
Nice. See, Danny Palm is down for the cause all the time. He's down for the cause.
But no, I thought that Jordan Oliver, Craig Perry fight was great. Jordan Oliver impressed the hell out of me.
Couldn't agree more, especially on super short notice as it was.
He caught all the kicks.
I know.
Every single, and that first one, and he got Craig's back, and man, it was a problem. Craig had great defense. Craig's grappling is definitely up to snuff.
It's gotten so much better. It's
but
crazy.
Man, he is a striker, and Jordan took that away.
Yeah, for sure.
And pretty much had his way with Craig Perry. And it blew my mind. That's a true contender for Meat Bucks.
I agree, man. I agree. He was on my short list as well, for sure. Jordan was one that I thought definitely deserved a strong consideration.
I'm real high on Craig Perry.
Yeah, dude. Everybody, the run.
I don't remember any of his losses. I remember the 3 wins in a row where he's looked like an absolute stud in that ring every time.
I'm trying to think if you were sponsoring when he lost.
I was probably at the fight.
Probably were there. Yeah.
But
so Craig has had now. We talk about it a lot, but he's had one of the weirdest amateur careers, man. He broke his arm against Anthony Morris, which that was just weird. That was like a freak injury.
His first fight was like a brutal,
close split decision. Yeah.
And then he broke his arm.
Then he just got flat out wrestled bad for the whole fight. And then he went on his run of wins. But now the the broken arm, the rib cartilage, like he just has the weirdest luck, man. Mm-hmm. Whatever it is, but he'll get through it.
Well, you have true ribs and you have false ribs, right? And like the ones that are false have the cartilage and they can pop out of place. So he probably had to go.
So awful.
But to get it back in is painful. I did mine. Good. Somebody darsed me at the gym and they really sunk it in deep and my rib 1 popped.
Oh.
That was so painful. I never got
a rib from a darce.
I never got it in.
Yeah.
My chiropractor told me it's like brutal to pop this back in.
So is it still problematic a little?
Deformed a little bit. You know what I mean? Like the joints affected. But
that's brutal, dude.
My joints are all beat up.
You played football too, right? So yeah, you've been going through it.
I played football right across the river from probably the next fight we were going to talk about.
Oh yeah? Let's go.
Nico Petrides.
Let's talk about Nico. No, but let's go.
Oh, he was a co-main event. He was a co-main event. My bad.
Yeah,
it was.
Oh, you're good, dude.
Bethany, right across from Steubenville.
That's sick. Yeah. Okay, nice. Nico was probably a young boy hitting balls in a batting cage at that point. He was a big baseball player growing up.
Steubenville produces a lot of tough guys,
dude. Clearly, yeah. Nico and Bronco. Heck like 2 of our favorites. I'm actually wearing a Bronco shirt.
But Steubenville Big Red's a force to be reckoned with in football.
Really?
In Ohio,
I don't follow it, but that's sick. I didn't realize that. Have they produced any like notable NFL players?
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Not that I know, but I know the head of my phys ed department at Bethany, Wally Neal, played for Big Red, and his son Buck Neal played for Big Red, and they both went to play Division I running back somewhere.
Buck Neal's one of the coolest names I've ever heard in my life. I mean, dude, you have to be a running back if you're Buck Neal.
Yeah, I think he played Ohio State.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah,
being from Steubenville, playing for Ohio State is probably
dream come true.
That's probably real cool for them. That's awesome, man. Sweet.
So I just called us all off that card, but are we done with Craig Perry and Jordan Oliver?
Yeah, for sure. So after him was the title fight, Luke Martin and Alex Rios. That was very surprising for a lot of people.
Alex Rios put on a show.
Dude was searching for that, just switching armbar, triangle, threatening. Oh, that was nice. It was very nice.
That
you gotta
was
give
another
props.
Super contender.
Yeah,
I mean, he
totally
won
agree.
a belt too. I mean,
yeah, I know.
I rewatched these fights a bunch of times, and it's hard to scroll on that app.
Yeah, it is. On the app.
If I knew a guy,
it's because it's so long. So it's like a small scroll is still like 10 minutes.
It is getting better though.
Oh, for sure.
You can see who's fighting now.
You like the segments? Yeah, we got it all
segmented. Is huge.
That's a new feature they introduced for us.
If you could break it down into like list view and I could click on each fight or something, that'd be cool.
Might be able to do that in the future. That's a good call. I like that. We'll see.
And because sometimes when you fast forward, it screws up.
Yeah.
Too. And
hey, it's technology.
Yeah.
We do what we can, Brad. You know.
But it's still
maybe
great.
Millions is better. Where you at Millions? What we got? You still in here? No. I love our app, dude. I really do. I think it's amazing. It works really well.
I think it's amazing as well.
Yeah. So yeah,
there's
Alex
so much to talk about today.
It's crazy, dude.
I feel like
it's all over the place.
I'm a mess. I know.
Same. We just need more beer. It's fine.
I wanted to talk about the Carly Joe podcast.
Dude.
It's Thanksgiving and the strip district meets. It's a holiday season.
We for sure got to get to that. I was definitely going to ask you about that because I know that your life is about to hit hyper warp speeds here.
Yeah, but it's fun.
You like it? You look forward to it?
Hell no. I dread it, but it is fun.
You got
I know hell's coming, but it's kind of like going to football camp or going to buds training if you're Navy SEAL, I guess.
Sure.
But it's the real deal is coming. Thanksgiving followed by Christmas. It's brutal, but it's fun.
You have such a steady team there, though. That's one thing. And like, that's just tie it back to the fights quickly. That's one thing I was super thankful about with our last event is how consistent our team is, because when it was pure chaos on fight week, we needed everybody to know what they were doing.
And
like,
they all step up.
Our sound guys, our light, the video guys, like everybody involved just showed up and they know what to do.
Right.
You know what I mean? They've done it before. They've been there.
Exactly how my team is.
So, yeah. That's what I'm like. I mean, every time I'm there, it's the same 5 people, you know, like roughly. Maybe they'll shuffle here and there, but for the most part, I see the same people every time.
We have 25 employees.
Yeah, that's amazing.
But they're all pretty much always there. Like I put in 70 hours last week.
No, that's a lot. That's a week.
And we have 25 employees.
Dude, what's Thanksgiving week like for you?
Oh boy, it's rough. I'm there sometimes till midnight from 4 and 5 in the morning.
When do you have to order a turkey by to actually get it?
So our cutoff date is the November 17th. If you don't know,
is that like that's like a
it's
week?
coming up.
Yeah.
But it's Strip District Meats. We don't carry like frozen turkeys. We're not competing with Giant Eagle. I mean, we get it. A turkey's a turkey. You eat it once a year, whatever. But if you're into like food and turkeys and you believe in good stuff, we go get the good stuff. So this year we've partnered with Hidden Hollow Farms. They're out of like Bedford, PA.
Oh, nice. Near my hometown. That's sweet.
They raise pasture raised turkeys.
Wow.
Antibiotic free, organic feed they get. Dang. So I mean, they move to a different pasture every day and they eat grass, they eat bugs.
That's amazing.
The stuff turkeys should eat.
Yeah.
And then they are slaughtered the Monday before Thanksgiving, delivered fresh to me then fresh to you on your table. And that's 100% organic fed, pasture raised, farm raised in Pennsylvania turkey. And now I don't know about you, but like fresh means a big deal to me.
Absolutely.
If I'm by the ocean, I'm eating fish,
Correct.
Fresh fish. It's
Correct.
Different than frozen fish, right? Or if I'm growing vegetables in my garden, I'm going to eat them. But if I go to Giant Eagle, I'm going to not eat my vegetables. Probably.
Right.
It's
we're of the same mind there.
The turkey being fresh,
that's awesome.
Does make a big difference. I mean, I unwrap them. I work on hundreds and hundreds of birds every year, and they all are beautiful. These are like the Amish people raising these birds. So, you know, they love them. You know, they're doing the right thing, and you know, your bird is.
Dude, I love that.
100% quality.
I only know from growing up in a family of hunters and having killed a few turkeys, but like fresh wild turkey is genuinely different. Like,
it is.
Like you haven't actually had turkey until you've had that. It's like, that's how good it can
be.
This
isn't going to taste like a wild turkey. This is still a farm raised turkey.
Sure.
But it is fresh.
Yeah.
Like,
it's different for anything, really. Like you said, fish might be the most dramatic example, actually.
Yeah. If you catch a fish and you eat like a sushi grade tuna you're fishing for, and you catch it and you slice it up on the boat, come on.
Even it just looks different too. You can just tell.
Oh yeah.
Mason Lewis says he needs a turkey. So how would he get that?
So you can order online at stripdistrictmeats.com or call the store. We'll take your order there. And and you could do any customization to it as well. I know some people, a big thing nowadays is to spatchcock your turkey. A lot of people lay it on their smoker.
Yeah.
We do that. We break it into 8 pieces. We do anything you want us to do to it.
I've seen it. I've seen you doing it in action for people.
I make a lot of turduckens.
Oh, that's fun.
I don't recommend it.
I was going to say, I've never had one.
It's a pain in my butt.
Is it good?
I wouldn't eat it.
You wouldn't prefer it.
I mean, it's a turkey.
Yeah, it's so goofy that it's
chicken
just
all
like,
tied together.
Why are we doing this?
It's a lot of meat with.
Yeah.
I don't season it as I put it in, but I don't know. A lot of people like it. A lot of people order it.
Seems like a gimmick to me, you know.
A little bit.
Is there a black silky turkey?
Probably. If not, I'm sure somebody heard that.
That's what we need.
Right?
Go breed it. Go breed it. Hidden Hollow Farms. Is that what they were called? Hidden Hollow?
That is what they're called.
I gotta check that out next time I'm near home. Honestly.
And if you do miss Thanksgiving, we do the same thing for Christmas.
That's beautiful.
Our Christmas orders are special. We're on a lot of people's tables, and it's prime filet, prime rib roast, you know, thousands of them I trim.
The rib roast, I can't even imagine how many you go through, dude.
You have no idea.
What is it? Do you know the pounds that you went through last year?
Probably about 40 to 50 cases of prime rib at about 80 pounds a case. So
So 3,200 pounds, if my math is not awful.
To 4,000.
A ton and a half of beef.
That's just in prime rib.
So much.
People order choice rib. So prime rib is actually prime grade for me.
Right.
I know a lot of other stores, I'm not going to say any names, but they'll say prime rib, $7.99 a pound. That's not prime rib.
Yeah.
That's select rib, but it's a rib.
Sure.
They're just calling it prime and you don't know the difference.
Yeah.
So you're going to buy it and think you're getting a deal. From me, you're getting prime grade.
Right. Actual.
Rib roast,
so you're getting prime rib technically.
Yes.
Like that is the difference.
Or you could order choice grade, which I have a high choice Angus grade as well. It's very good.
That's awesome. Your Strip District Meats account is in the chat now saying no fresh turkey for Christmas, only Thanksgiving. Just to clarify.
Thank you for that.
Just to clarify.
Nice to know my wife's paying attention.
So if you want a fresh turkey, you got to do it now. That's what I'm hearing there. If you want to try that Hidden Hollow Farms Amish goodness turkey, which I think you do. My dad said, did I take Brad any jerky or bacon?
Yeah.
Thank
you very much.
You already know.
Thank you very much. My dad, my dad sent me that picture of that buck like right after Reese logged off.
That's freaking awesome. That's awesome. My dad sent me, I'll show you that buck too when we get off.
Nice.
It's the best one he's ever killed with a bow for sure.
Big shout out to dads.
Aren't dads the best?
Dads are the best. They don't get enough love.
Truly. Yeah, we had a nice feast for the Steelers.
Here's to all the
yesterday.
good dads out there.
Cheers to dads.
All right.
That's a worthy toast right there.
So
a worthy toast.
Ooh.
That was a perfect segue for the next fight. Yeah, sure is. Both of them. All of them.
So you had a big feast for the Steeler game.
We did.
What a Steeler game.
Amazing game.
Steelers are hot.
Dude, looking pretty good. I still obviously they're not Super Bowl favorites, but they're creeping into I could see it.
I'm starting to see a lot of money go on them to win the Super Bowl.
Really?
So that probably means they're not.
That's exactly what that means. That's never a good sign. They need to be underdogs.
Yep.
But yeah, we had brisket. We had all kinds of sides and stuff, but my mom did the brisket and she braised it in the oven in this tomato, onion, garlic sauce. Dude, it's the best.
Brisket's the best.
It good brisket. You can ruin it for sure.
Brisket.
I know.
A good brisket. Yeah.
I know.
I don't know. If I order brisket at a store, yeah.
You never know you're
bad
gonna
brisket,
get.
but when I make it, oh my gosh. Because I only do the prime.
Yeah, dude. Dude, I mean, I always get your brisket point, but just buying the brisket point is the pro move in my opinion. Why even worry about drying the flat out?
And you could do anything.
Give me this part.
You could do anything to it. You can cut up into cubes and braise it down and
do
it's so versatile. It's quality.
I love this turning into the actual meat bucks. We're literally just going to talk about meat the whole time. Nobody wins. We're keeping the gift card and buying ourselves meat. That's the end of the podcast.
My wife today was like, "Oh, what are we going to do for dinner tonight?" I went downstairs. I pulled out some linguiça sausage, some Wagyu picanha,
dude,
and then some fish that I caught in Florida last year on a charter boat.
Unbelievable.
And she made pasta with tomato cream sauce. So I ate all that meat for lunch.
What a lunch. Wagyu picanha for lunch. If you want to know how Brad's living, ladies and gentlemen.
Breakfast, lunch.
Dude, that is awesome.
It's 1 o'clock.
What a luxury, though, right?
To eat. I just ate a ton of meat.
Dude, that's the way to do it. That's how I feel. I eat your freaking pork steaks for lunch 3 times a week, and that's
so good.
They never miss. They just don't miss. So farm fresh turkeys are $4.69 a pound. There you go. Somebody asked how much they were, and your wife being amazing in the chat was all over it. Look at that. I like this Strip District Meats showing up.
I mean, you only buy one a year. Sure, you can get a free frozen turkey from Giant Eagle from spending all your money there all year. But
why do you think it's free?
Well, I mean, it's fine. But if you want your Thanksgiving to not just be fine, you want it to be amazing.
Yeah. I'm not a huge turkey. Honestly, the best turkey I've ever had is good, but I still would never choose it over great beef.
I'm that way with chicken too.
Not even close. Yeah, same.
Boring.
Same. So boring. We should make Thanksgiving briskets a thing. That should be the move. Just saying. Right?
Prime rib for Thanksgiving.
Why not? It works anytime.
Right.
I love it. So moving on, we'll move on to the actual fights. We talked about Shaka a little bit. Pro kickboxing.
We talked about
Rios and Oliver. Now Shaka's kickboxing bout was next. like we already said, just great performance from Shaka. I did see some votes for Shaka as well, and Shaka, to his credit, was actually responding back in the comments like, nah, I didn't finish him. Like, I don't even deserve it. Plus, he's a vegetarian. So I'm not going to be a super
we gotta
fun
turn
guy
him
to
to
win.
the dark side, man.
Not going to be a really fun winner anyway, but what would he get if he
I can't
in?
imagine how hard he's got to work to get the
That's crazy,
to get
isn't
the
it?
protein.
I know.
That he's burning. Like, I've heard about him. Like, he's the dude that's always sparring at the gym with everybody, like from sun up to sundown. How do you eat enough? How are you keeping your weight?
I would like to know their exact diet on the day.
They
like
gotta be on it. They have to be on it.
It's crazy.
That has to be a big part of their day is what they're gonna eat.
Kama always makes fun of people when they ask. He's like, I just eat like whatever you eat. I just take the meat out of it. Like if I get a burrito, I don't get chicken in it. Like, that's it. I eat the same stuff just without the meat.
But why?
Like, all right.
Why does that make sense?
I don't get it. I personally still don't get it. I'll probably never
get it.
The
meat's the best damn thing in that burrito.
It's why you get it. It's like, this is what I want. 247 Home Remodeling says steroids is how they get it.
You know, I was thinking
steroid sandwiches specifically.
Just the other day, I was bagging chicken and breaking down a box, and it said no steroids. And I was like, I thought to myself, I looked at my buddy, and I was like, steroids, they're expensive, right? Like, why the hell would they put it in a chicken they're selling for $1.50 a pound?
Right. Isn't that great?
Why do people think there's steroids in chicken?
I mean, I guess a lot of chicken has steroids. I don't know. I don't get into the big farm. What do they call
I guess they do. They
like
do
Purdue,
grow like
Tyson.
Big breasted chickens and stuff, but like,
oh, dude,
they're selling them for $1 a pound.
Yeah, I don't understand. These are some.
I mean, don't steroids
Mexico
cost?
steroids.
I guess I'm sure animal steroids.
I was gonna say animal grade's probably a little different.
And when you have 5 bazillion chickens to feed them, I'm sure maybe it comes in the feed. I don't know.
Yeah,
but I would still think that's an added cost.
It definitely has to cost something for sure. But is the benefit of growing a much bigger chicken? Where does that balance out? I don't know.
How much bigger is that?
How much bigger? I would like to see. Dude,
I bet you those breasts get huge.
Have you seen like some of those that you see at like Giant Eagle?
I get some of them in. I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah, like how did this chicken
I'd hate to see that chicken when it was alive.
That's illegal in the U.S. Strip District Meat says. There you go.
Right.
I didn't know that.
Right. So, I mean, it's comical to me. Like, why would you even think that?
Why
would they waste all that money on drugs to put in these birds they're selling for nothing?
Juice up these chickens, these Brock Lesnar chickens.
Now, beef, on the other hand, there's a lot of money in beef for being big.
Oh yeah, for sure. That makes sense. Like you can see that also. Like the payoffs there with a chicken, it's not really there.
They're only alive for a short period of time.
And how much weight are you really adding with a cow? You can add hundreds of pounds, I'm sure. Yeah. So that's awesome. Chicken must be antibiotic and hormone free in the USA.
Yeah.
I never knew
Strip District Meats in the chat.
Dude, there's just pure education in the chat. If you guys want a meat education, you've come to the right place. Too costly to use them on beef. There you go. So to your point, it would be super expensive to do it. But now I do just want to see a roided out bull just to know what it looks like. I just want to see it.
I don't think they need roids. Bulls are just full of testosterone.
Pure testosterone anyway.
Huge.
Yeah, for sure. All right. So Shaka's kickboxing bout, amazing. Very worthy of meat bucks. As I said, I strongly considered Shaka. But the fact that he himself is saying he doesn't deserve it and didn't get a finish and he's a vegetarian, I think we're going to.
Although Shaka, great display.
Oh, insane. And Shaka,
wonderful skill. Both you and your opponent put on a good show out there.
Let me actually look up Shaka's record this year.
Look professional as could be.
In 2024, Shaka is
didn't he say
4-1 with the one loss being grappling for us at Brawl in the Burgh. So that doesn't really count. So he's 4-0 in kickboxing or Muay Thai or MMA. It's amazing. 4-0 this year.
Did he say he wanted to get like 10 fights?
That's crazy. I didn't hear that, but that's amazing.
He just loves a fight.
Clearly.
From what I've heard.
Yeah.
I try to like stay up on everything with you guys, and I listen to Ish's podcast a lot. I listen to
some good ones out there now.
The MMA fan cast a lot every time. I try to get to know these guys as much as I can.
Shout out Luke Payson.
Heck yeah,
running the game.
He's the man.
Busiest podcaster in the game. He puts out more than anybody else, for sure. like an event will happen and he'll interview everybody who won right away.
Sure does.
It's amazing.
He sure does.
He gets
if
after
he got
it,
$1 for every mouthpiece he was told to take out.
Could you imagine? Oh man. But yeah, that Shaka's performance was amazing. 4-0 in 2024 is a really crazy year. I mean, I'm just thinking ahead. 247 awards, Pro Fighter of the Year. The 4-0. 4-0 goes a long way for that.
He seems to take any fight you throw at him.
Oh, dude, I've never heard him say no. That's for sure.
I respect the shit out of that, man.
I don't think he says no.
How do you get better rejecting fights? You just need to go out there and fight. Yeah. This is amateur fighting
for sure.
Advanced amateur. Back to the Limitless card.
Yeah,
they have no protection for the amateurs.
Man. I know, isn't that crazy in Ohio?
I now respect the shit out of what you guys do in PA for the amateurs, because you could really get hurt.
Some of them did.
Yeah.
Like you saw it. Yeah. It was when we went to Ohio, for sure. We were prepared for it. Obviously, we knew about that, but it was different. Like you saw guys who normally couldn't ground and pound, and now they could. Like Cam Smith got his first win in Ohio. He had fought for us before, and like always kind of been on the losing end of some wrestling and stuff. But you got to see him like without shin guards, with ground and pound, with 3-minute rounds. Like he was significantly better. With that rule set. Like it helps a lot of amateurs, but it can hurt you if you're not prepared for that.
But it's good to come in here as an amateur and just, not just pass up the fundamental stage.
I totally agree. Totally agree. The only thing in PA that I think I would like to see eliminated with novice amies, 2-minute rounds are fine. Even shin guards are fine. I don't like no ground and pound to the head. I think that teaches bad habits. True. You get used to not getting hit in the head on the ground
and not going for mount.
Yeah, like, I just don't like that.
Benefit in going for mount in an amateur fight?
Not much.
You're gonna try to shoot
just total control. Yeah.
You're gonna go for an arm triangle.
It's just not happening yet. Hit him in the body harder. I don't know. Like, what are you doing?
Even side control would be better than
for sure,
because you can elbow and shit to the body.
Yeah. I mean, it opens up. It does change the strategy a little bit, but honestly, for the most part, I think the rules are a little like overblown to a degree. Like,
but it's okay. It's only 3 fights.
Exactly, and they're short rounds,
and it's good for them to go in there and get their feet wet. And I really think it protects them. Yeah. Now, should the committee like let some people slide through that phase? I do think they should do that.
You said exactly what I was going to say. There just needs to be a little more lenience with who gets to go advance.
Because there's some guys are just, they don't need to be there.
Well, I mean, this was the old commissioner, so I can't say for sure that the new guy, Ed Kunkel, he's been doing a freaking amazing job. He's great for the state of PA and combat sports. The old commissioner, Greg Serb, was like notoriously strict about it. We had one fighter ever that he was going to approve for advanced AMI rules before this was his MMA debut. It was Bo Nickel.
Wow.
That's what it took for him to be like,
he's Bo good. Nickel all over Instagram today. For like, what the hell? Like, what a phenom this kid is.
Huh? He's freaking absurd. So, like, that was Serb's bar. Like, unless you're Bo Nickel, you're going to need 3 fights. So, that was
Could you imagine Bo Nickel as a straight up amateur?
No.
Who the hell's fighting him?
Exactly. Well, Sheldon Nyoff is the answer. Well, I mean, Sheldon,
he had no idea who Bo Nickel was.
No, he did. He actually did. He was just a crazy person who he thought. Who knows, dude? Like, I don't know.
What maybe was his college record 121 and 3.
Yeah.
Like, what?
It's so crazy.
3 national titles.
It's so absurd. Yeah. Yeah, and he's doing okay. He did all right without PA AMI rules. That's
he's
for sure.
Good guy.
Yeah, dude, he's awesome. Hunts as well.
He does everything right.
Yeah,
that's what's good.
Seems that way. He's on a good path. I'll tell you who else is on a good path, Brad. Nico Petrides right now. He's on a good path.
I love Nico Petrides.
How'd you feel about that fight?
I feel like I watched him in the past 2 cards fight some tough ass opponents and take losses. He's coming off 2 losses.
Was it 1 or 2? Definitely 1. I mean, for sure he
was definitely 1. And then I thought he dropped another one.
He won his pro debut and then lost to Burgh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he was 1-1 as a pro.
And
this one.
Every time he gets in there, he just looks ready. I mean, I'm real high on Bronco Busick. I feel like Nico follows suit with Bronco Busick. I think they're cool ass teammates. I think he brings a cool crowd. I was happy to see him get that victory. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that was big for him, man. That was.
I mean, I like Visoki too.
Who
I
doesn't
know
like Visoki?
he was working at Jomar for a while.
Yeah.
He actually picked up meat from me one time.
No way.
Yeah,
dude, that's awesome.
It's so funny, and it's a small world. But that, you know, it was his debut. He's he likes to talk crap and stuff, and I mean that's needed. I like that stuff. I mean, I don't necessarily like it, but it's needed in this sport.
Yes,
you know what I mean? Like that guy is needed. And
dude,
I appreciate that. And I even appreciate Nico coming in here and in the enemy territory
for sure.
And just staying calm, doing what he does.
So composed.
He looked good. He looked like a great pro fighter. He
really did.
Could have darsed him a couple times. And
the first one looked close to me. I couldn't really tell, but it seemed close.
He did a nice job.
Dude,
I
very
that
impressed.
Was a great fight.
Very impressed with both guys. But the one thing I want to highlight that you mentioned that I definitely wanted to talk about. So I'm glad that you noticed it as well. The smack talk, man. Like, I want to shout out both Visoki and Nico because there was a lot of bad blood on Instagram. Like, it was like borderline where I was like, damn, dude, are they going to like try to fight each other at weigh-ins or something? You know what I mean? Like, it was getting to that point where I was like, like, just don't fight before the fight, please. Right. I don't want to break you guys up. Like, I really don't want to do that. I don't know if I can. So that's why I don't want to. But they were all professionalism, dude. That's all good. Professionalism. Like, no shenanigans outside the cage.
I've noticed that about your pros.
It was awesome. It was awesome.
Very professional.
Talk your shit and then fight in the cage. That's totally fine.
But most of the pros don't even talk shit.
No, they really don't. But
they all come out and just handle business. And it's really cool to see. Visoki, I mean, he's a character that's needed in this sport.
It's awesome. I freaking love it. I love it.
You got to have big balls to be out there talking shit in a pro fight. Like that. In your debut.
Yes.
Kudos to him, man.
Correct.
Like, for real. That was awesome. Even the way he came out in the cage in his debut. Like,
couldn't agree more.
Let's go.
Visoki always has a place in our cage, dude. Like, I 100% welcome.
He's not going
anytime
anywhere.
He wants. He'll be back. He'll be back.
He's gonna be fine.
I got to meet his dad at that fight, and dude, Visoki makes so much sense now. Once you know his dad, it's like, oh, this totally adds up, dude. Nice. His dad was exactly what you would want him to be, just a badass.
So the apple didn't fall far from the tree.
No, it's
as
perfect.
it usually doesn't.
Perfect. Yeah, it's perfect.
Another great dad.
Yeah,
I love it.
Cheers to great dads.
To him. Let's go.
We're just cheersing dads this whole podcast. It's great.
So yeah,
that said, Nico, dominated the fight.
That was 100% meat buck contender for me.
Very strong contender. And as we said at the very top of the show, if you're just tuning in on Instagram, the votes were extremely close between Nico and Dan Cohen. So I will tell you the final tally after we talk about the main event of the evening.
The main event, Steel City Siebert.
Steel City Siebert. How about that?
New nickname.
How about that?
I love Lucas Siebert. I do. I know Stout had a lot of guys on the card.
Yeah, I think 5. Like, if you count the grappling, I think they had 5.
But damn, I feel like they were all there for Lucas.
Dude, I mean, it's no secret to people.
Well,
like,
they're all
talk
there
about
for
ticket sales.
everybody.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say that, but yes, they definitely
sold the most
Lucas.
tickets. Yes, like 100%. Yeah,
it was neat.
Every fight. That's what we talk about a lot. It's clear every fight you can see the levels, not just in the cam. I'm not even talking about his skill level, which is obvious. I'm talking about the attention and the ticket sales, and that snowball is rolling downhill.
You could tell his eggs are in one basket.
Correct. He is about it. He is what.
As a promotion, sleeps, lives fighting. That's what he does.
As a promotion, you can tell when somebody's all in or half in, and Lucas Siebert is all in on it, man.
In a sport that is very easy to be half in.
Oh.
Like, how can you survive without having another job and all these other responsibilities?
Yeah, it's mildly insane to be all in on it. Like, it really is the longest of long shots.
Right.
It's like being an 18-year-old kid saying you're going to be in the NFL.
He's in his prime.
Yeah, for sure.
And he's all
maybe not even yet
to make it to a place where the top 1% make.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, you got to be the 1% of the 1% to make it to the UFC.
That's the mindset that gets you there.
Correct.
Because it's in everybody. It's just those who work for it get it.
Correct. Yeah, I mean,
so hats off to Lucas Siebert. He's definitely putting in the work.
There may have been a day in 1997 where getting to the UFC, you could just kind of do it, but not anymore, man. It's the best of the best of the best now. Yeah, there's no way. So Lucas doing all the right things. He finished Eddie Alvarez, 3rd round TKO, kind of got his back, kind of flip-flopping between mount and his back, just ground and pounded him out. Pretty methodical for Siebert all the way around.
I agree. It's a contender for meat bucks. Lucas won it once or twice.
I was going to say twice.
He probably won it
definitely
twice.
Once.
Yeah, definitely once. And I definitely saw him and his dad outside the shop more than once. But yeah, great fight. Did everything he needed to do. But I know Lucas Siebert's going to be.
He was pissed about that fight, to be honest.
Doing some other things that are going to be.
He already texted me and said, like, don't give me meat bucks. Like, don't even vote for me. I don't deserve it.
Lucas.
Yeah, I don't deserve it. Dude, Dan Cohen in the chat, dropping some gators in the chat. I love it.
Why is he dropping gators in the team? What's a gator?
So yeah, Dan, expand on the gator. Like, is that your nickname or what?
I've seen whole gators, Dan. If you want to have a gator roast,
bro, you need a gator roast, Dan. You really need.
Maybe
a gator
you need
roast.
to get in the MMA cage. Dan.
I'm just saying, it's about that time. How are them hands now? Dakota Dollar was in here, said Belgian blue bull is what we need to look at. Is that the bull on steroids? Let's see. Oh my God. Dude,
that looks like Dakota Dollar.
Look at that thing.
Not saying he's on steroids. I'm just saying he's jacked.
He is jacked. He's definitely jacked. Dude, that thing looks insane. Wow.
Right?
Wow. Unbelievable.
Would that eat good?
I don't think. Yeah, I feel like it'd be terrible. I think you want
a big fat cow, right?
It'd be terrible to eat, but it looks amazing.
I'd eat it.
Yeah, why not? I'd try it.
Hell yeah.
I'd try it.
I hear horse meat's good, and they're pretty much all muscle.
Super lean, yeah. I've never had. Have you had it?
Mm-mm.
Need to go to Europe.
I was just in Italy too, and
did you see it on?
I was
menus?
at a Michelin star restaurant that had it, and my wife was not down. So
fair. Well, like, what cut was it? Does it even say? Like,
I don't know. I don't know
how that
I'm
works
not
for
privy
horses.
to all the horse meat.
Alistair Overeem is. Do you remember when he was super roided up and he said it was just horse meat?
Oh yeah,
eating a lot of horse meat. Yeah, horse meat, bro. Sure.
There was a guy that came from San Francisco, Justin Servino. He owned Cure and I forget the sister restaurant, but it's still open today. I think Morcia, maybe. He served horse meat, and boy, did he get a lot of flack for it.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, he's the only Pittsburgh chef to ever try, I think. And
so it's legal, I guess. I didn't realize that even.
I don't know.
Oh, he just went for it. He went rogue.
I think he just went for it.
He just went rogue. Like, I'm gonna serve horse. See if
foie
anybody knows.
gras is illegal now in Pittsburgh.
Really?
I still sell it
in Pittsburgh specifically. Like, it's not a. These rules are like county by county. That's crazy.
I don't know.
That's weird to be illegal.
Cities are pretty liberal.
Do you have to like mistreat a goose to get foie gras?
Or a duck? Yeah.
Oh, it's a duck.
It's pretty.
It was a goose. My bad.
It's pretty brutal what they do.
Well, that sucks. If it's like brutal for the animal, why?
Well, they pretty much tape a hose on their mouth and just force feed it so their liver gets
super fatty,
super big. Like their livers become 2-pound livers on a 6-pound duck.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah, it's not
okay. That's not cool.
They just like blow food down their mouth, you know.
So I'm on board with this now.
But the foie gras is good.
I've honestly never had it.
I had cotton candy foie gras in Las Vegas. It was
awesome,
incredible.
What do you have it with?
Jose Andreas's restaurant. It was like a lollipop. It was an appetizer, like a little cotton candied foie gras. Then you got to go pick out your Wagyu steak for him to grill on his like Brazilian style grill.
That's incredible. That's so cool. Love it. Horse is illegal in USDA according to Strip District Meats. There you go. Now we know.
Man, she's like Jamie on freaking.
Literally, Jamie, pull that up.
Fact finder.
For real, she is the fact finding.
I'm going to pay you tonight, honey.
doing the Lord's work tonight for sure. All right, so all the fights in the book.
All the fights.
All the fights in the book. As is tradition, I'll start with the Instagram vote, which counts as 2.
Is this also the Facebook vote?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, social media is what I should have said. It's just that Instagram by far dominates social media for us and for most people these days, it seems like. So we said Nico and Dan Cohen. Nico edged it out by 12.
Wow.
But they each were they were near 50 for each of them, which is a really high number.
I gotta try a piece of your dad's jerky.
Dude, go for it.
While we're on
live jerky review. Pops's venison.
He gave me a good apple. So.
He did give you a good apple. What was that apple called? I totally forget what kind of apple that was now.
I don't even care about the apple right now. This jerky is killer. Are you serious?
There you go. See? We do it right in the Homestead family.
Are you serious?
It's real good, dude. It's so good.
Are you knife cutting this muscle meat?
Talk to him, Dad. Drop it in the chat.
Do you
drop the secrets?
Do you pre-freeze it?
I honestly have never seen him do it. I know he cold smoked that.
This is great knife work here. This is not ground meat. This is muscle meat, whole muscle meat that he sliced either with a slicer or by hand, but it looks like with a slicer. It's that precision.
It was a pizzazz apple. Yeah. Strip District Meats in the chat again. There you go.
Thanks, honey.
Perfect. She's on point, dude, tonight. This is awesome.
But yeah.
So all I know is that Dad cold smoked it and then marinated, dehydrated it. So I'm not even sure.
Cold smoke's ballsy.
I totally agree. I was real nervous about that with him, but you can't tell him nothing. So
but then he dehydrated it.
Correct.
I mean, your dad knows what he's doing. I trust your dad.
I mean, I've been eating it my whole life and it hasn't killed me yet. So
yeah,
just pass out live on air from jerky.
Great bite,
dude. It was
juicy jerky. Are you?
I know
serious?
it's like still got the meat.
But it's not wet.
I know. Unreal.
But it is
unreal.
I give you a 10 out of 10, Mr. Homestead.
All hand sliced, he said.
Good knife work.
Great knife work.
Trimmed it beautifully.
Must have been
no silver skin, no connective tissue.
Crazy.
Beautiful job.
All hand sliced. Was that a Cutco knife, Dad? It had to be Cutco. Had to be. I sold Cutco knives in college.
Did you?
He still has. Dude, they're decent.
They're great
not
knives.
Bad. Yeah.
You can still send them back
for sure.
Wow.
They just send you a new one. It's great.
They're still in business?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Dad just had his they say sharpened, but really they just send you a new knife. They don't even
if it's past
if
it's past the point of no return.
Correct.
They
yeah. They're like, yeah, here, just have it. Which
They're
is
like,
awesome.
Yeah, you destroyed this knife.
Yeah.
Sir.
He said all Cutco. There you go. He's very glad you liked it. You just made his night. So Ryan was up there today at my parents' house for remodeling, doing some work on their house, and he's upset that he didn't get jerky now. That's awesome.
I'll get you some jerky.
That's awesome.
No, but it is
real good.
I appreciate hard work, and I can feel the love that went into this jerky.
Yes,
you definitely worked your butt off on
it. It is there for sure.
You've mastered the craft, my friend.
Nice. That's big words coming from you too.
It is.
Strip District Meats his jerky game.
I think my jerky's second to none, and that jerky's damn good.
You'd put that in your case?
That came. Oh, if I could, I would. That came from a deer that was running around having a good old time the other day, and
it was having a less good time.
It's having a great time in my belly.
It's doing great now. Yeah, right? It's doing its job now. That's awesome. So we need to maybe like have a. We were talking about like secondary meat bucks. Maybe the runner-up can win a bag of Dad's jerky, like a gallon Ziploc of Dad's jerky. There you go.
I'm sorry, Mr. Homestead. I didn't mean for him to put you on blast like that. Selling your services out.
Hey, he's retired. He needs something to do, dude.
Something to do. This is a craft. It is a craft. This is a bag of gold right on here on the table for me.
Definitely thankful for my mom and dad both, how they grew up with food. Like they always cared about food. Always
and they pass that on to you. Yeah, obviously,
for sure.
I see
you care about good stuff.
Your game is on point as well.
You just, I don't even know what Dad's saying now. He just said Marty and Brad. He just said your names. I don't know. He's had too much jerky. It went to his head.
But, I like it.
So
I'm gonna keep going.
All right.
Don't
so
mind if I
for actual meat bucks purposes, Nico won the Instagram vote, social media vote, excuse me. Therefore, is up 2-0 on the field right off the bat. That's a strong start. That is a very strong start. So if this is the first time you guys are tuning into Meat Bucks, the way this works is social media counts as 2
You know
votes.
what else is super impressive on that?
Go for it.
Nico's from Steubenville, Ohio. And I thought that was a stout loaded card. Stout brings the heat on social media.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
And Nico won that shit.
Nico still got it.
That's saying something.
I know. No, that's a great point. That is an awesome point because for sure social media is like a popularity contest. So it's only fitting to shout out True Believer Jiu-Jitsu too for what they did for Dan Cohen in the comments because let's be totally real. Grappling on an MMA card, it's always going to be an uphill battle for grappling to win the meat bucks if there's MMA happening as well. But that said, Dan Cohen for sure, strong contender.
Dan Cohen blew my mind.
Yeah.
I thought Tim Bailey was going to win that fight. I've seen Tim Bailey fight.
Tim's very good. Very good.
I was like, shit, this is light work.
Not so much.
Dan Cohen thought differently. And
yeah. Also, I got to shout out Dan Cohen for on his walkout. He started walking out before his music was even playing. Excuse me. And our camera guy, my buddy from college, Parm, the one who like follows them to the cage.
His name's Parm.
Well, yes. We'll just say yes. It's obvious it's not, but yes. Like, I want you to think it is. It's
garlic parm or
yeah, exactly.
Parm?
Chicken parm. I'll tell you the full story after the podcast. But it's not like it's racy or graphic. It's just, yeah, Parm. His name's Dan, but it's Parm.
Gotcha.
He totally missed Dan's walkout because Dan had already. So Parm like waits for cues. Like he'll wait for the music, then he'll start filming. So Parm's like filming. I forget who he was on instead, and I had to like run behind like Parm, dude. You missed it. He already went. He like beat his music. So Dan was very eager to get in there, and for good reason.
Yeah,
you see why now. Now you know. But it was just funny. We don't have miscues like that often. So if you were watching the stream and you were like, "What's going on during Dan's walkout?" Well, Dan was an eager beaver.
I love the stream, by the way.
It's really good, dude.
It's really good.
It's really good.
I even if you go to the fight, I think you should watch.
Go watch
the
it.
stream.
Yeah. We all have to. I know I speak for Danny and Ryan and our matchmaker, for everybody involved on our team. Like, we don't really get to watch the fights for the most part. Like, we're all over the place.
I think I'm always trying to give advice, but like things I'd like to see, like maybe Ethan Goss goes out in the crowd and grabs Zach Drizzy. Says, come sit down and talk, bro. Or Cowboy Eddie, who is there. Or
I like it.
Any other fighters that are out there. Evan DeRussi's sitting by me.
I like that.
I'd like to hear these guys get up on there when there's time between fights, dead time.
Just have them plug, and especially if they got a fight coming up, like obviously DeRussi does. Like he could have announced that fight on. Oh, Brad, you're a genius, bro. That's awesome. When that happens in December, you'll know why, ladies and gentlemen.
I love it. Like I got to go up and say hi to Cowboy Eddie, go say hi to Drizzy. Like it's cool.
They're awesome.
That they know who I am too.
That's kind of crazy.
Like Lou Armazzani knows who I am.
Great.
That's mind blowing to me. Like the black belts in my store. Hey, what's up, man? I recognize you. I'm like, who are you? Oh,
from grappling. Yeah, no, that's awesome. Dude, Armazzani's he's a beast, bro. And he knows food too. Like you were saying, like he really cares about food. What did he get? Do you remember?
He was getting some bones and stuff for some bone broth.
That's fun. Nice. Yeah. That makes sense. I don't know if he's still making it, but he used to make his own pastrami for a while, and it looked banging.
Yeah, he's all over it.
Looked banging for sure on Facebook. But
I don't know if all the fighters are privy to it yet, but most of them are. But nutrition is the cheat code.
That's a huge differentiator.
The ones that know it and the ones that come to me religiously, like it's comical. Like we talk, we have fun, and we share a common interest. But for the guys out there still eating McDonald's and going to train, like you need to come see me.
Stop that.
What are you doing?
Yeah. Do not do that.
I did that my whole career. And when I was competing in football and all my stuff, I was eating garbage.
If only you knew back then what you know now.
Man, I put it into my kids.
Yeah,
that's all I can do.
That's what I was going to say.
Everybody I can, I try to share the knowledge I have. If it's anything, if it's, I don't have a whole lot of it, but I know the cheat code is
you got that.
Sleeping and eating.
Yeah,
I think that's what you guys need to be focused on
for sure. Who do you think is the most fit fighter in Pittsburgh? I can't. I'm
the most fit
Like, who do you think could go if it was a 10-round fight and just would not gas by the end of those 10 rounds? Dude, I'm trying to think. Like, Patton came to mind immediately. Patton's cardio recently has been wild.
1,000% Patton.
It's gotten crazier, like, for sure.
DeRussi's there.
DeRussi's, I've heard. So I haven't seen DeRussi lately, but
DeRussi,
I've heard it from everybody.
Like, if he's like Patton, like if I could imagine Patton, like what I hear about Patton, I listen to a lot of Patton. I kind of know Patton.
Mm-hmm.
If he lived close to me, I'd be friends with Patton.
Yeah,
but like he's just always at the gym, dude. Like he never misses a freaking day. The only reason he misses a day is to go to the military.
That's insane. Good reason.
Never misses a day,
dude. He looked good at the fights, and I'm sure he's going to look insane on.
But you can tell the guys that train that way.
Mm-hmm.
Bo Nickel,
different.
You think he misses a day? Hell no.
0% chance. Yeah. Who's your vote, Danny? Who's the most fit fighter in Pittsburgh?
I don't know.
What's that cat? He was a stud. He was fighting for Stout, but then he went to Southside Boxing Club.
James Leto?
No, his buddy.
Jeff Magan.
Stud. Fucking Greek god.
Yeah, he was a stud.
Where's James Leto and Jack Leto been, bro?
They're wrestling.
Yeah,
wrestling season. Tough.
Are they both at Pitt?
No. So James went to
Jack.
Lockhaven.
Jack
did?
Jack is in Ohio University.
Wait, James transferred?
Yeah. Well, he's a graduate now, I think. It's his graduate year.
He's doing grad school at Lockhaven.
Pretty sure.
And
Am I right, Danny Paul?
Undergrad at Pitt?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Shouldn't that be reversed?
Maybe.
Like, isn't his grad diploma is going to say Lockhaven now instead of Pitt?
I don't know how it works, man.
No offense, James. I wanted to go to Lockhaven too.
Nice.
Out of high school, I looked at Lockhaven.
That's cool
for education purposes.
Mm-hmm.
They were. I wanted
a good school for that. Yeah,
but it was a little bit out in the middle of nowhere for me.
Where I don't know where it is. I'll be honest. I've heard of it my whole life.
I think it's similar to like a Penn State / IUP /
Got you.
Way out in the middle of the sticks.
Got you. But yeah, both the Leto boys are doing well by all accounts, from what I understand, and would love to get them back in our cage when they're not wrestling. That would be great. Dude, they're awesome. I love those guys. My dad, it's funny. I know we're talking about my dad a lot on this podcast, but every time we talk about
dad
fights,
podcast, man. Tribute to dad.
For real.
Even though it's Veterans Day.
Cheers. Hey, my dad is a veteran.
Hey, thank you for your service.
It all ties in. It all
ties in.
But every time we talk about fights, my dad's like, "What's that Leto boy doing?" It's like his favorite fighter, dude. He
slams people like 1,000 times a fight. I love it.
Super fun to watch. Like, definitely one of the most.
Was
fun
it
guys
his
to
debut?
Watch. Yeah,
when he slammed that dude, I thought that guy was gonna puke. He got slammed so.
Poor Derek Brown. What a trooper, though.
Really?
I mean,
that dude came out talking all that shit, jumping around like a maniac, and Leto just beat the snot out of him.
Dude, that was so. After that fight, Derek,
we all looked at each other like,
yeah,
what's like happening right now?
Different level, dude. That wrestling, James
handled it perfectly
for sure.
He just slammed the shit out of that guy.
His wrestling is like made for MMA too. It's perfect. It's so fun for MMA.
It's impossible. It's tough to deal with.
Yeah, it's just big moves. Like, it's just super fun slams.
Yeah,
I love it. It's so fun to watch. But yeah, James is a maniac. So I guess we should probably.
Yeah, let's vote.
Danny Palm. Well, I'm tossing it to you right away, dude. We need this meat bucks. Nico has a 2-0 lead on the field currently.
All right, so for me, it came down to Nico and Rios, and I'm going with Nico.
Okay. Can you expand on that decision? Not saying I disagree. I just want to hear the thought process.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I mean, they're both pretty quick first round submissions. Nico coming off a loss. I don't know. I was really impressed by that performance, and my vote goes to him. I also, you could throw Jordan Oliver in there. I thought what he did was pretty cool too.
For sure.
But my vote's going to go to Nico.
Very fair. All the way around. I think that's super fair.
My brain was thinking the same way.
I think we talk about this.
This jerky's ridiculous.
Dude, it's so good. It's so good. We talk about it on previous Meat Bucks episodes, but unfortunately for Mr. Rios in this vote and in general, it is kind of weighted. If you do it as a pro, it matters more. The competition's higher, the stakes are higher, the pressure's higher. A pro finish is going to get a little, it's like a rubric. It's like weighted a little bit if you're a pro. And that's not, amateurs have won Meat Bucks a lot. Like,
I tend to lean more towards the amateurs.
I know you do, which is, I get that too. Like they need it more. They kind of deserve it more. I see that side of it too.
But it's kind of expected from the pros. For me.
That's true. To be polished and yeah. I get that. So Nico now has a 3-0 lead. Oh my goodness. So I'm going to share Ryan Middleton's vote, ladies and gentlemen.
Owner of 247 Roofing.
Owner home remodeling now.
Home remodeling and
rebrand.
Fighting championship.
And fighting championships.
Straight up top dog G right there.
And the hearts of everybody in Pittsburgh. He owns all of those things.
He owns my heart.
For sure. Shout out Austin Middleton, actually. Ryan's son was named first team all-conference, nose tackle at Upper St. Clair. Let's go, Austin Middleton.
Oh, that's the older one?
Yeah, that's the oldest.
Shout out to that, man. That's huge.
Sick.
That's
He's
a big deal. That's a big deal.
Yeah, dude. Upper St. Clair's undefeated. They just won the first round of their playoffs, so they're looking.
You're starting nifty. For a superior.
Mm-hmm. It's a big
quad.
Deal.
I don't even know how many A's.
5,
6 A's.
I think they're 5. Yeah, they're 6, but they're 5, I think.
The tradition of football at Upper St. Clair, like you pretty much have to play from kindergarten to be on that starting lineup.
Yeah.
And he's making all conference. That's a big win right
for
there.
Sure. So if you guys have ever been to the
I saw his other son at jiu-jitsu tonight.
Oh, nice, sure. Caden. That's awesome. Dude, Caden's so good. He's so cool. Funny. I know. Cool. I love that kid. So if you guys have ever been to a 247 show and seen like teenagers helping out, they're usually all dressed the same. That's Austin, Ryan's son, and all of his friends, and they're mostly all football players. Like Nate Stoll was there, and
I'm pretty sure Lucas Jones was helping out the last one.
Probably. I saw Lucas Jones for sure running around. He was
commenting on my cauliflower ear. He was like, "Oh, hey man, what you got there?
What you got there?"
I'm like, "Bro, aren't you Lucas Jones? You're like a 14-year-old phenom, aren't you?
What are you doing?" Oh, that's hilarious. Oh wait, Liam Jones or Lucas?
Oh, Liam. My bad.
Okay, either way. I mean,
whoever was working
they're both
for you
savages.
Doing 50-50, I think.
Dude, I don't even know at this point. I can't keep track of these kids. There's so many.
You should know.
So many kids.
The kids are important.
They are, dude. They're clutch. They're crucial. So Connor did the 50-50 this last time, I know for sure. And that kid's a menace. That kid he's a menace is all I'm going to even say about that. He was hanging out with Cowboy Eddie at the show, and I'm like, that.
Don't hang out with him, huh? No, Cowboy Eddie's the man.
Dude, we love.
But, I mean, when you're a kid, you should probably not be hanging out with him.
But he's fun as shit.
Yeah.
Like Cowboy Eddie is.
Boats and hoes.
Liam confirmed boats and hoes, baby.
I love you, Cowboy Eddie.
That's so true. Can't take Cowboy Eddie anywhere. Oh man, he's the best.
I heard he's fighting this December card.
I mean,
he's trying.
I mean,
if you can get him a fight, I guess. I mean,
you know. Listen, if Cowboy Eddie wants to fight, the cage is always open to Cowboy Eddie.
I thought that
he has an exemption.
Talked about that.
We'll have to talk off air. Dan Cohen said,
I told him he's making too much money. That's his problem.
Yep. No, he's definitely not. Like, he makes good money. He sells a ton of tickets.
He's
like, that's how it works.
Now.
Yeah.
I mean, he's making too much money.
In his personal life. In his personal life. Yeah, yeah. Well, clearly, Cowboy Eddie keeps the cash flow.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, he's so fun. I was just talking to somebody about this today. Like, I'm glad people like that exist. You know what I mean? Like, the 100%. World's so much better with people like that in it. So much better.
His energy is so good.
Dude, you cannot have a bad time when you're around him. It's
amazing.
Talk
about that with all the kinds of people.
Yeah.
Like, there's certain people that when they walk in the room, everybody gravitates towards them.
Yeah, for sure.
And he's one of those kind of people.
Absolutely.
For sure. His energy's right.
Dude, he's the man. Cowboy Eddie's the man.
I don't agree with all his decisions.
Correct.
But you know what? He's
fun.
He's doing it right. I'm not. So go, you do it, Cowboy Eddie.
It's awesome. He's living life to the absolute fullest. Dan Cohen said Liam confirmed a savage, so that's his teammate. Yeah, that makes sense. Liam is definitely a savage.
Oh, for sure.
He's doing big things.
I've been seeing big things on him, even on Instagram lately.
Yeah, he's been on that path and is continuing that path, and I think he's going to do very great things. So that's awesome.
Real good kid, real respect. Like he came up to me and was very respectful.
Yep.
Sold me 50.
Dude, he's awesome.
Nice,
he's awesome. So I was about to tell you guys Ryan's vote, and I got distracted by congratulating Austin.
I'm distracted by like 14, 15. How old's Liam?
Maybe 15 at this point. I don't know. I'm not positive.
What 15-year-old do you know is going to come up and talk to a stranger adult?
Not many.
And just be like a good conversationalist.
not many.
None. Yeah. I mean, this kid's doing it right.
I feel like jiu-jitsu helps with that to a degree, for sure.
You got to get into that uncomfortable position every day.
And you're just more comfortable with literally everything else. It's like, oh, yeah, I know what real suck feels like.
Kudos to you, Liam. Keep it up, buddy.
For sure. That's awesome, man. So Ryan's vote is going to be a curveball for a lot of people, I think, considering we semi-ruled him out earlier. Shaka worthy is Ryan Middleton's vote.
Why? What do you mean semi? Because Shaka ruled himself out?
Yeah, because Shaka ruled himself out and said, don't vote for me and I'm a vegetarian, yada, yada. But that said, Ryan Middleton voted for him anyway. So that is now.
I could sell Shaka like $100 worth of cheese.
So much cheese. What else?
I sell like junk food on the other side.
I was going to say, you could go to the other side and I'm sure there's like pierogies or something.
You can get like some French toast sticks.
There you go. French fries.
Yeah.
There you go. There is that.
Or we could turn them to the meat side.
We might be fighting an uphill battle on that one. And that's a battle I don't want to fight.
You know what? They're doing it right for them. So
it's working.
Let it go.
I mean, talking about the most in shape fighter, Shaka wasn't tired at the end of that fight.
By no means am I talking shit on any worthy right now. I'm just let that be clear.
Yeah, why would you do that? That's not a good move.
They seem to be at peak athletic performance.
It's not a good
no
move.
Matter what they're eating.
Not the family to pick on, for sure.
Not
sure. Not the one. But yes, okay, so we got 3 for Nico. We got 1 for Shaka. We have matchmaker Sean Miller coming in off the top rope with somebody who hasn't been mentioned yet. We have a vote for
Oros.
More MMA product, Jordan Oliver.
Hey.
For his performance against
I like that.
Craig Perry.
Dude.
Yeah, strong consideration.
I'm telling you,
that's
Craig
a great pick.
Perry is always, when he's on the card, before the show, I'm like, he's a contender for meat bucks. Like, I love Craig Perry. I'm real high on that kid. I love the flag he carries out. I love everything about him. He's just a great person in general.
He's awesome.
Probably one of the most respectful, kind.
You said it. Kind.
Like
insane.
Caring people I've ever met in my life.
He seems so gentle out of the cage,
grounded,
but not in the cage. Like,
he's
such
just
a good
he
kid.
goes out there and just shows his skills.
Yeah.
Like he's like, hey guys, I got these skills. I don't like to use them, but I do when I have to.
Dude, this is like MMA is such a cutthroat community in general. Like everybody has haters. I don't know anybody that doesn't like Craig Perry. Literally. I don't think it happens.
He's a good person.
Yeah, dude. He's amazing. So Craig is amazing. Unfortunately, Jordan was the better fighter that night, and impressively so.
That one stuck out in my head a lot too. I thought Craig Perry, whenever he fights, I think he's going to win. And I thought Jordan Oliver really controlled that fight.
Oh, start to finish.
Pretty
much
all Jordan, 100% of the time.
It was all Jordan.
Hats off. I mean, that's a feat to do. And he took that fight with a week's notice.
I know. Insane. He had Danny Palmer. You sweating a little if Jordan was going to get all his stuff done in time, all his medicals?
I was convinced that fight wasn't going to happen. Like I was like, yeah, there's no way. It was like Wednesday night. I didn't have anything.
So, like what most people don't realize with our events, or if you're listening to the podcast, you probably do because we talk about it a lot. But everything it takes to get a fight to happen is kind of ridiculous. So we're constantly wrangling fighters on fight week. Like, hey, where's your blood?
Not really ridiculous because like you can't just fight
for
people.
Sure.
Like,
I agree. It's great. They're great rules,
right?
Great regulations, but you're still dealing with fighters, and they're maybe not always the most.
Yeah, they don't have all their screws tightened for sure.
Correct. They're not always the most organized and everything. So, yeah, and Jordan I even said this. I remember messaging Danny and Ryan. I was like, listen, he gets a pass. Like, he took this fight on 5 days notice. He had 5 days to get this stuff done. That's hard. Like, that's
it's hard to get
do.
a doctor's appointment
Correct.
in 5 days.
Correct.
Crying out loud.
So, yeah.
Unless you know somebody. I mean, how are you going to get in there?
Right. Exactly. So it is like, there's always something. Our fight week on this event, we had a whole podcast about it, so I'm not gonna like rehash it, but the whole week was just pure chaos, dude. And as you said, like, I was radio silent, dude. I had so many missed texts and people that I was just like, I'm sorry, I can't. Got nothing for you right now.
See, I think that's another reason Danilo builds his own army. Like, he wants to be self-sufficient. He's got doctors. He's got
that's so awesome.
He's got
dude.
dentists. Like,
that's insane.
If Evan needs a mouth guard, he's got a guy that's gonna make him a mouth guard.
Bro.
If you know,
that's
Hoot needs a physical, like, hey, go see Dr. Ben. He'll get you a physical. Let's get it going, huh? He needs an IV. All right, Dr. Hoffman, let's check his blood. Let's get him an IV. Let's get him going.
Every gym needs to take that page out of Danilo's book. That is genius, honestly.
And you know what's funny? Like, we talked about the new gym and how much all us old heads love it and stuff, but Danilo built that gym for the kids. Like, the kids mean the next generation, that army means everything to him. And that's why I think I love him so much, because I'm the same way. Like,
well, you said it earlier.
I want to produce that next generation too. Like, I want to pass on the knowledge I have.
Yeah. Go be better than me.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
like,
awesome.
That's what I want. I want the world to be better.
It's an awesome feeling
for the next generation, not worse.
Yeah. You literally said that earlier too about nutrition. So everybody knows you're not just bullshitting.
Oh, I'm not a bullshitter, man. Like, I was a phys ed teacher before.
Yeah.
And you know, when you can, and I noticed this about Danilo too. And even when I coach the little kids, I noticed, but when you compete, it is what it is. It's all business. Like, I don't give a shit. I'm there to compete. But when I coach, that shit is what I feed off of. Like, I live off of that.
Yeah.
When you can teach a person to believe in themselves, or like when you can see somebody do something that they don't think they can do, and they genuinely feel that feeling of confidence, there's nothing like that. There's nothing like it.
Dude, that's awesome.
Nothing.
I freaking love that.
So, like, even just to feel him talk about, you know, the kids and like why he built this place for the kids, and to go to that kids class today, the first kids class there, the energy in that room and the amount of kids in that room and the way that class went, just
insane.
My heart's so full from it. Like, just to see what's coming.
I was just going to say, the best part is that's the first day. Like, this thing's just getting started, dude, for sure.
To see how excited these kids were to get on those mats. Even Danilo was excited. Like,
I'm sure. Yeah.
We walked into our first class and he goes, smells like a Wednesday, because he wanted to roll. Everybody was off for 2 weeks.
Everybody's like ready to go.
So we just rolled the whole time. Like, I think I rolled with Danilo for 10 minutes today. Like, what a blessing.
Beautiful. I love that, man.
He beat the shit out of me, but God, was it great.
That's such a jujitsu sentence right there.
It was so good. He's telling people I smashed him. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Everybody's believing that, bro.
I bet.
Our matchmaker Jim Taylor said, after 2 dropouts and a bunch of no's, Jordan Oliver stepped up against Craig. That's very true.
100%.
That was he was a hero. He threw the cape on to save that fight and then dominated the fight.
I feel like I've encountered Jordan Oliver in life more than that. Like, I've seen him around.
He fought for us back at, man, I forget at this point. BitB24 would be my guess, but I'm not positive.
He's a cool cat. I'm into him.
Yeah, he's awesome. He's a good dude. I like, dude, that whole More MMA team is awesome. And shout out to them. I was talking to
Sharpsburg, huh?
Yeah,
Sharpsburg. Close to me.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, you're right.
I'm going axe throwing out there, I think. Millvale.
Tomorrow. Yeah. Because I remember we were originally going to do this tomorrow. Yeah. You're like, sorry, I can't. I'm going axe throwing.
One of my meat cutters is having his first baby.
That's so we're sick. Who is that?
Lucas. He was a star basketball player all through college. He's a badass beef cutter for me.
Hell yeah.
He just got married, and him and his wife are having their first kid. So
sick.
The whole staff's gonna go to Lumberjacks.
That's awesome. I love that. Congrats, Lucas and
diapers. You know, some
as is tradition.
Help them out because that's what we do. We're a family business, and we are a family, and we all stick together. So somebody's having a baby, we're celebrating.
We're all having a baby. Right. Let's go.
That's right.
Nah, dude, I love that. Where do you play basketball?
I think he played at La Roche.
Nice.
That's saying something. But his dad, he went to North Catholic, I believe, or Sarah Catholic. He went to Sarah Catholic, and his dad was like a prolific AAU coach, and this kid just grew up in a gym. His sisters all played. His sisters played in college.
Funny how that works, right? In any sport.
Yeah, like the more time you spend in the gym, the better you're going.
Oh my God!
Holy cow!
Just crack the code, Brad.
Yeah, I mean, all glory to God.
Just got another vote for Dan Cohen coming in late.
There you go.
That's awesome.
That's crazy awesome. Votes for the grappling match.
Still coming, and a lot of them. So,
and I was probably more impressed by Mox.
Yeah, Mox submission was disgusting
on Ethan the Wolverine. Freaking Goss.
I love the setup too because
Ethan's on a 7-0 win streak, right?
Could be.
He was MMA 6-0. Champ. Mock made light work.
Should we?
Ethan, I didn't mean that.
Should we say something, Danny Paul? Should we say something?
What? Ethan's fighting in December, right?
I didn't say that. You said that. Bro.
I knew that.
You knew that?
I saw it on Instagram.
I mean, we didn't announce it yet, but
you were letting out feelers or something.
Oh yeah. We were looking. So you recognized his record? Yeah, we were looking for him. We might not be looking for him anymore.
You found somebody?
I mean,
good.
Yeah, we did.
I'd love to see Ethan get back out there.
Title defense, Ethan Goss, Wolverine back in that cage. Not to grapple Jeff Mock, though. Not to grapple Jeff Mock. Because who wants to do that, apparently?
Yeah, you'd probably lose.
Bro, he's real good. He's real good. He's real good. I can't wait to see what's next from him, to be honest.
Dude, that 10th planet shit's just tough.
They're nuts.
Like they're freaks, man. They find out what people are not good at and they just go for it.
Dude, I like their style. I do. I like watching their style as like a casual
They're too fucking
fan.
Smart.
Yeah.
That's all it is. They're going to outsmart you. They're the Bill Parcells and
nice. That's a good
right? Like that's what they're going to outsmart your ass.
I like that. I like that comparison. I've never heard somebody make that. That's nice. You should definitely patent that. Justin Patton. We need let's see whose vote we going for next. We could do Jim, we could do me, we could do you.
Let's do me.
Let's do you.
All right. So I've been watching a lot of your fights.
You have.
I'm a fan of a lot of your fighters. I'm obviously partial to India fighters, but there was no India fighters.
There you go. You guys had a gym.
But I don't think I vote partial.
No. India's won what? Maybe twice. Evan and Hoop.
Hope should have. I didn't vote for Hope.
That card was so stacked.
Dude, that card was so hard. Hope freaking put on a show.
Hope's sick. Hope's amazing, dude.
Anywho,
speaking of most fit fighter, you could go with either Chase sister for sure. Do they ever get tired?
Dude, I saw them both pull in like a Crown Vic today, and I'm like, look how funny that looks. Like they look like they're in a grandma car, and there's like these two pro freaking fit ass girls rolling in.
They're so badass.
They're so cool. So where was I going with this conversation? What were we talking about?
I'm not sure. You were about to vote though.
Oh, I was about to vote. Okay. So yes, I am a fan of a lot of your fighters. I've seen this fighter get in your cage many times and things not go his way. I'm just gonna say it. My vote is for Nico Petridis.
Nice.
I'm a big fan, dude. Like the way he came out and just silenced the crowd and jumped on the cage. Like, let's go, Nico. Come get your meat.
Huge win,
I hope
dude.
You win.
Huge win, dude. Well, I gotta say he's up 4-1 right now, so he won. Like we can end the voting because even if I vote for somebody else and Jim votes for somebody else. We'll still share the votes, but Nico, that's a wrap for you. 4 votes is a win. There you go, brother. You got the Meat Bucks. Nico Petrides, Meat Bucks winner.
Not Petrides.
Not Petrides.
Let's quit calling him Petrides. We know his name by now.
Petrides.
I was calling him Petrides three fights ago.
Certainly looks like that, doesn't it?
Right.
But yeah, man, Nico put on an absolute clinic. I was between Nico and Dan Cohen for sure. I think I even texted you that. I'm like, dude, I don't know which way I'm going to go. I like something spectacular like what Dan did, and also for the grapplers.
It's tough though.
Yeah, of course, a peek behind the curtain of we added grappling very late to the game, so they only had like a week or so to prepare, which they basically stay ready anyway. Right. Let's be honest, it's not a huge deal for grappling, but to come in. And the other side of it is knowing how good Tim Bailey is,
right? And
how much respect I have for Tim Bailey. To do that to him, I was like, damn, Dan, like that was impressive, dude. That was a shot. So my vote was going to be for Dan.
But it's hard, like to have a crowd there that's there to see MMA fights, and then they see these grappling fights, and they don't know anything about.
I know.
First of all, most of the crowd doesn't know much about MMA.
Correct.
Let alone
they're learning.
Let alone grappling and jiu-jitsu.
Yes.
So
it's a whole different beast.
It's tough to swallow that.
I agree.
I mean, I enjoy it, but I do that stuff.
Exactly.
People that just don't do it, they just have no idea what you're doing.
I know.
But I thought that Cohen and Bailey and Bach and Goss, Mock and Goss, they were freaking phenomenal. For anybody,
for sure.
Like you're gonna appreciate that. Like they
totally agree.
The technique involved was high level, and anybody's gonna appreciate that.
Totally agree, man. Yeah. They all showed out. So honestly, to your point, that's also why I wanted to vote for Dan. Like I wanted to give the grapplers some love on that because they did. They showed up. Like it's hard when people are there to see MMA primarily to put on a show as a grappler, but they all did. And like Mock, for sure, you could vote for Mock too. You could vote for Jeremiah Butler too, like doing what he did against Pippins. But Dan's submission for me was
Butler seemed pretty methodical to me. Like he seemed like he just pulled that guard and like held his guard until he gassed him out, and then he went on the aggression.
Hit a real nice sweep, dude, and like pointed at the crowd before he did it, which was. That was a ball.
I feel like he felt it. Like, now's my time.
He knew it was there. Yeah, for sure.
I cooked him long enough here.
Yep. Now I'm going to go. Yeah, dude. Jeremiah's awesome too. Like, he's just
He looks like a super athlete, man.
I know. I'm excited to see where he goes because he's still very young and developing.
He could probably go anywhere he wants and do anything he wants.
I know. It seems that way. Definitely seems that way. So
it's funny that he's in grappling though. Like, let's go, bro.
Of all things to land him, but it's such a specific like. If you're a specific kind of person, grappling's going to appeal to you, and he is that guy.
Yeah.
Like that just does it for him, which is awesome. It's cool to see somebody find that for sure.
Intriguing as shit, bro.
Totally agree.
Addictive as hell.
Yeah. Dude, everybody who gets into it gets addicted to it.
Yeah. And the smarter you are, like I'm a dummy. Like I do it just to freaking butt heads with people. But like the smart people that do it, my God. It's like
who's the smartest guy in the gym in India?
Probably, I haven't seen him in a long time, but he fought for you once.
Ooh,
holy shit! Why am I drawing a blank? What his name is?
Oh, no, I'm
the kid,
super intrigued.
The young guy, the young kid. He did
Bryce De Leon.
No, he did it at 247. Jackpot.
I'm so confused.
Addison Miller.
Oh,
wow, that's a super throwback.
He's like a little Rain Man, bro.
I didn't know that. That was before my time.
He's so smart. He plays chess with jiu-jitsu.
That's
for sure.
What's a 247 jackpot? What even is that?
His nickname, I think, is
that's his nickname. Okay. That's what Danilo calls him.
I was like, what?
Danilo calls him Jackpot.
Like we do jackpots Addison now.
Miller. He probably just graduated King and Mac last year.
That's sick.
But he didn't even wrestle for them. Like he substitute wrestled for them when they needed help. But this kid was a stud. Like Christian, like wonderfully comes from a wonderful family. Head on, like so good.
That's sick.
Special kid.
Dude, Addison was at Sprawl in the Burgh 1. I completely forgot about that win. Yeah, he dominated.
He was like
there.
17 or 18 when he dominated that.
Yeah, I knew he was young.
Guy.
He was young for sure.
Or
Addison's
whatever.
a stud.
Yeah, he's a stud.
It's Ty Westwood up too.
Oh my god,
what's this kid doing?
He's doing backflips now on the mats, but no,
trying to recruit Ty Westwood since he's like 13.
He's gonna compete in Pans Jiu-Jitsu this year in Florida.
Nice,
and I think that's where he's gonna just break out of his shell, and you're gonna see Ty come onto the scene.
That's fun.
His level's so high. I don't even know what to say. He reminds me like a Rotolo brother.
That's quite the comparison for sure. That's sick to say. I love seeing because I've heard you talk about Ty.
I've never been to the gym and not see Ty.
Yeah. That's
wild. Like he's there all the freaking time, man.
Yeah. Yeah. That's awesome. And he's even got the name Ty.
Yeah, he whoops like my ass,
brother.
Ty Westwood.
Yeah. That's awesome, man. So we have one more vote. We might as well share. We already confirmed Nico Petrides wins just based on the votes that already came in. Nobody can beat him at this point.
And I'm pretty sure Nico's going to come for the meat bucks because he shows up for every show. Right?
I already confirmed. So I actually texted him this morning.
And he was like, hell yeah.
Yeah. So he's from Steubenville, obviously. So
he's a half hour from Pittsburgh, right?
Coming home so he lives in North Carolina now is the only thing.
Oh, that's right.
But he's coming up for Thanksgiving. So he'll be here that whole week. He said he'll definitely come get him. So that's good.
Thanksgiving week's a busy week, Nico.
Yeah. I'm sure. Yeah, that's going to be brutal. Let me be clear on what I just said.
But I got you, man. Just let me know when you're coming.
Yeah.
And I got you. But it's a busy week.
Because I can already hear people's complaints. So I need to clarify. When I texted Nico, I said, I don't know if you won, but if you win, will you be able to get the meat bucks? Because if you can't, I'm obviously not going to vote for you.
Is that because I told you I hate having outstanding meat bucks?
It's not just that, but
I do have.
So do I. We want to use them.
Meat bucks.
Yeah, we need to call some people out. I think
I do.
Call them out. Moose.
Well, I'm not going to call.
Come on, Moose. I'll call him out. Moose needs to spend his meat bucks.
He does.
Moose, there's so much good meat waiting for you. Just all the meat.
Don't you want to have
so much meat,
like a meat hangover, Moose?
I think so. That's the best kind of hangover.
Don't you want to let your son just eat some bloody meat,
dude, for the holidays? Come on, Moose. And then Noah Hermosillo has some bucks from me personally.
From you personally. And then we got Drizzy.
Drizzy trains four steps
away. 4
away.
blocks away.
He's right there.
Drizzy's down. I'm pretty sure he's down to come.
He'll definitely be there for sure.
I've talked to Drizzy at the last fight. He's like, yeah, I'm ready. I want my meat. But I think Drizzy's probably not in that phase of cooking yet. He's probably still too young.
The mustache says, yeah, I agree. The mustache says there's some sophistication in the kitchen to learn still, but he'll get there. I could also see him being the kind of guy to get obsessed with cooking.
I think now's the time for him to get there, though.
Oh, for sure.
He's about to go to the next level, right?
Dude, his knockout was so nuts. That was, again, talking about year-end.
If you want to go to the next level, I think you need to change your nutrition.
Now's the time, Driz.
I think,
he's a flyweight, so super important.
I'm pretty sure it's going to change your life.
I agree. So there was one vote lingering. It was our matchmaker, Jim Taylor, who shout out Jim Taylor. You're going to love this.
Is that the Jim Taylor that does Fat Arm Friday all the time?
Correct. That's him.
He's jacked.
He's jacked. And he is fighting.
I thought that was Cowboy Eddie's dad for a little bit. Like, he kind of looks like him.
If you ask Jim, he might say he is Cowboy Eddie's dad.
Dang,
I don't know.
Cowboy Eddie's dad's getting jacked. I'm like, wait, that's Jim Taylor.
That's awesome. That's awesome, dude. But Jim Taylor trains Muay Thai and competes in Muay Thai. He is competing on this Stout Fights card next Saturday. Or this Saturday now at this point. Jeez, snuck up on me.
How
this
is Jim Taylor?
49? Is he 49?
Are you shitting me?
Bro, it gets better.
You're my idol, bro.
Here's who he's competing against. Joao Martinez.
What?
Who's like 22 or 23 years old. Bro. Literally less than half his age.
Everybody wants to fight Joao Martinez.
Everybody
he gets a fight on every card.
Joao will take the smoke any way he can get it, apparently, and so will Jim. So
dude, Joao's going to turn out to be the best fighter out of Pittsburgh.
He's active.
Everybody wants to fight that.
He's active as hell.
He's active as shit, and that's how you get better,
bro.
Just taking fights, and he takes them.
He's getting them reps. So this was a short notice thing. It was never supposed to be Jim Taylor versus Joel, but now it is, and it's happening.
Wow.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So
that's freaking crazy.
So our matchmaker putting his body on the line against a 247 fighter.
A 22-year-old who fights anybody, anywhere,
it's
anytime.
So crazy. It's
Are you
so
out of
crazy.
your mind, Jim?
It is crazy. So he said he would have voted for Shaka, but he's a vegetarian. So for me, it's Nico Petrides. So even if Nico didn't win early, he would have won by now anyway. It was a Nico fest.
I'm really happy for Nico. I've seen Nico get in that ring many times. And for it to fall his way this time, I couldn't be happier.
Yeah. Dude, he took a tough loss in June against Brogan.
Brogan's
obviously.
a bad
Brogan's good.
I'm telling you, Brogan's a beast, bro. He went straight from Nico to Taylor Cahill.
Beat them both.
Dude.
Insane.
I know a lot about the Cadiz, Ohio, which is the Route 250.
Mm-hmm.
And I know a lot about Steubenville.
Yeah.
And there's some bad motherfuckers out of those places.
They're coming.
They're no different than Pittsburgh boys.
I know.
They're no different. We're all the same breed.
Mm-hmm.
You guys can hate us and we can hate you, but we're the same.
That's why we hate each other.
Just like Pittsburgh and Cleveland.
Exactly. That's
we're
what
the
I think
same
of every
city,
time.
bro.
Yep.
And we hate each other, but we're the same.
Yeah.
You know, so let's go.
There's only room enough for one of us here.
I don't know. I don't know if there is.
Dude, I love having, I mean, like we said, Nico, obviously amazing Bronco. I didn't even realize I was wearing this
They
shirt.
could be
till I
from
showed
Pittsburgh,
up.
and I wouldn't question that if you told me Bronco and Nico were from Pittsburgh, I'd be like,
fits
damn
right
straight.
In. Of course they are.
Of
Of course they are. Yeah.
But they're from 30 minutes away in Steubenville.
Yeah.
Same exact town.
And I've told Nico this many times, so it's not news to him, but Nico and Bronco, dude, as a promotion are like the best kind of people to work with.
Dude, they're friends. They get their shit done. Cool as shit.
Dude, it's incredible.
They're good people.
Good people. You're right. Good people. And now they're about to have some good meat in their freezer. So
but you know, good people make good everything. They make good butchers. They make good podcast people. They make good police officer, dads, you name it.
Cheers. Good dads.
Cheers to good people and good dads.
We had a lot of good people watching this podcast. I got to say, thank you guys all for tuning in and commenting. That was a really active one, and we appreciate all the comments, of course, all the votes and everything coming in. So, meat bucks are awesome, man. Nico, obviously, I know you already commented and said thank you, so you saw that you won. But I'll text you. Let's set up a time. Come into Strip District Meats, Brad's store, and let Brad give you the grand tour, dude. This place is amazing. I'm serious. Like, come. Bring a cooler, come ready, and be ready to stock up. Brad will take good care of you.
I have a feeling Nico's bringing a cooler.
Nico is
he's a pro.
He's pretty buttoned up.
He's a freaking pro, man. He's not coming without a cooler.
Exactly, man.
He's driving an hour back to Steubenville.
Yep.
With his Wagyu beef.
I want to know if Nico's going to share it. See, I always try to, like when people get meat bucks, I always try to decide, is this
he's sharing with Bronco for
I think so too. I think Nico takes care of his people. That's the kind of guy I think he is.
Because I know Bronco would share with him.
For sure. Easily. Although Bronco's got a growing family too. He might be hoarding a little more than in the past.
Bronco's a giver.
Dude, this was awesome. This is always, I mean, we look forward to meat bucks.
We didn't even talk.
Ooh, what do we
about this December card?
Oh,
which from the hype, from the rumors, from you texting me, from anything, this could be the biggest card ever to be a card in the history of 247.
It could be. It genuinely could.
When I say if you don't have a ticket to this fight, you're not going to see the roof pop off of a building.
Yeah. So there's like, we'll just go totally behind the scenes.
I've told you should save this card for your debut of Sunnyside.
Well, this was always the plan for Sunny Days Arena. Like
I said, Sunnyside. I'm sorry. It's Sunny Days.
Sunny Days. This is sponsor wars.
This should
Jay Manning.
This card should almost be held off for your debut of your arena because it's that good.
It is that way. So here's the thing. We did want we expected this to be at Sunny Days Arena first of all, but like township permits, man. It's just permits.
Yeah.
There's just
we just dealt
legal
with that.
hurdles.
We just dealt with that at our gym. Like we missed.
Oh yeah,
we missed an extra week because of freaking permits.
It's a good time. So we couldn't. Landlord said 90% sure, and after what we just went through in October,
next door, you were able to do it at a jump zone.
I know, how crazy is that? We're like 90%. We're not doing it unless it's 100. We're not going through this again. So it's in Monroeville, but
Monroeville's a good facility.
It is. It's an awesome place.
You've been there,
and they're great.
It's going to be a great.
They take care of us. We know what we're doing.
But the only unfortunate thing is this card would be a hitter.
Oh, dude,
like this card would be the card of all cards to drop on opening night,
right before Christmas, and like. The card, so like regional MMA matching, we'll just go behind the scenes real fast. I'll give you guys a real quick rundown. In Pittsburgh, especially, the scene is growing big time. Like the roster of fighters is growing immensely from just when I started 3 years ago. But that said, there are clearly cards where like every fighter's available and you can just pick like cream of the crop versus cream of the crop. And there's some cards where it's like India wasn't available at all in October because of the gym opening. So that hurts us for matching. Like, okay, here's like 6, 7, 8 fighters that are no longer in consideration. And like Stout had this November card plus Stout fights coming up. So a lot of their fighters they fought in Morgantown this past Saturday, and then Stout fights this Saturday. So there were some Stout guys that normally would have been available that weren't. Every gym had that in October for some reason. So it was like October was like tough for matching. December was like pick whoever you want.
Yeah,
so it was like they're all available. Like. Yeah, they're all available. So
and
you just get cards like that.
Who wants to take a fight in December?
Dude, I know that's a weird.
Everybody apparently.
Like do it right before Christmas. It's enough time after Thanksgiving that you can still eat on Thanksgiving. Like you're not cutting weight yet,
I guess.
But then you go straight into Christmas and just feast after you win or lose. Who cares? You might as well go enjoy Christmas either way.
Yeah.
And the Steelers, we just found out the Steelers play the Ravens that day.
That's badass.
So this is going to be a crazy day. It's going to be an insane day. December 21st, Monroeville Convention Center. Look at you, Mr.
If you're not there,
bringing this up. We already have the DeRusi title fight against Artis Smith. That's sick.
That's sick.
We just announced Chase Boyd versus George Stravinsky today, which is like they're pro level guys that are still Amis.
They're still Amis, yeah. What's Chase Boyd doing, man? He's got a lot of fights.
I like it personally. We say this a lot. Like I think like 10 Ami fights is a good place.
Does he want to be a pro fighter?
For sure. So this is his first fight at 155. He's dropping. So maybe
155.
I know.
Wow.
I know. He's 6-3 Ami, dropping to 155. This will be his 10th Ami fight. Travinsky's 4-1 and actually beat Artis Smith, the guy that DeRusi's fighting for the title. So Travinsky's a dog. Very talented dude. Chase has his hands full. So, but Chase is also a dog. A black belt in jiu-jitsu with definitely
a black belt.
Yeah, dude.
Holy shit.
Yeah, dude. Chase is grapple. Did you watch Chase versus Brogan?
I've seen him grapple.
Yeah, he choked out Brogan. Like, dude, Chase is legit.
He's a black belt in jiu-jitsu.
Super legit grappler. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, for sure. But so is George. That's the thing. Like George has also competed in
a black belt too.
I don't think he's a black belt, but he's competed in grappling super fights like at a really high level. I think George technically is a blue belt, but you watch him, he's not. He's not a blue belt. It's one of those. You know what I mean? So it's just a sick fight.
There's a pretty big difference.
It's a sick fight.
Black though.
For sure. Yeah, like pretty big. But
pretty big.
In MMA, it's the great equalizer.
In MMA, you need a blue belt. That's it.
Yeah, and then you're good.
I mean, you have to know how to defend.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a white belt, you're fucked.
Yeah, that ain't gonna do it.
Yeah, like we've
it can, but wasn't John Jones a white belt when he won the UFC title? I think he was.
He's different.
What do you mean? Rules don't apply to John
Jake
Jones.
Paul and Mike Tyson, who you like?
Dude, I think Jake Paul's gonna.
I agree.
Win easily, and I hate that.
I don't know about easily.
You're
in the ring with Mike Tyson.
There's something to it.
Easy about
something to it. But
I was telling somebody at work today, like I snowboard, And I tore my tricep recently. Well, a couple years ago. I was at Seven Springs in the alley. And I was on this big rainbow rail, and I hit my toe edge at the peak of the rainbow, and I ended up in a handstand position, tore my tricep. And my brother's behind me, and he comes and sprays me with snow like the asshole that he is. I love you, Don. I'm just kidding. Sprays me with snow because I fell. And he's like, "Oh, damn, bro, your face is all bloody. Like, you all right?" I was like, "Fuck my face, dude. It feels like Mike Tyson just bare knuckled me in the tricep." But I guess I landed in a handstand position.
Yeah.
And just the impact from the speed of going down the mountain, and then
that's brutal.
It ripped my muscle in half, like not the tendon. So I just did physical therapy, and now I have a big hole in my tricep. But the funny thing to me was, the second I got up, I was like, it feels like Mike Tyson bare knuckled me.
Not
in the
anybody.
Tricep. Right.
Mike Tyson.
The power he has. Jake Paul, I hope he connects with you, bro. I do.
I mean, that would be amazing.
It would
be so good. It would be
Jake
crazy.
Paul, like, I think Jake Paul has done a great job training and becoming the boxer that he is.
Yeah, I think he's taking it semi-seriously.
I don't like the way. I mean,
yeah,
he's making money.
Right. That's the thing.
But you're fighting a bunch of old guys.
Yeah.
I would just love to see the old guy win. I would. I would love to see Mike dude, Mike's a dog, bro. Like, he is the definition of Mike dog Tyson, when you look that shit up in a dictionary. So I'd love to see that dog come out and just eat him up.
Danny Palm, who you picking?
Jake Paul's gonna win. Mike Tyson's 60.
I know, it's just tough. It's just tough, man. That's where
I mean, there's no way it's going the distance.
And the thing is, for me, the biggest thing that I can't get over is, like, Mike Tyson, even towards the end of his own boxing career, wasn't the same. Like,
yeah,
even when he was, like, 34, 35, he wasn't the same guy. So what's he going to be like when he's 58?
Dude,
I don't know.
We're talking about Mike Tyson.
Still Mike Tyson.
About Mike Tyson
and Jake Paul, to be fair.
To be fair, I don't give a shit. I don't want to be anywhere near that man. He's gonna beat my ass.
Oh, I mean, for sure.
Jake Paul's a great boxer by all means, but I am not counting Mike Tyson out. I don't care how old he is.
That would be amazing. Let's win one for the old guys.
He wants to eat your kids, bro. Like, he wants to eat Jake Paul's unborn kids.
Savage.
You don't give a shit.
No. What would you do? Let's be real.
If
he knocks out Jake Paul,
I would be like, damn, that's what should have happened.
We giving him meat bucks?
Yeah.
Mike Tyson wins meat bucks.
I'd love that in strip district meets.
Dude, that would be incredible. But for now, you're getting Nico Petrides, which is pretty sick as well.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome. So we're excited to see you, Nico. Come up, text me, dude. We'll get you in there, get some good meat from Brad. And then, as Brad said, ever the promoter, December 21st, Brawl in the Burgh 25. Guys, we've announced, I think, 3 fights off the top of my head. I think we announced 3. Just trust me when I say the ones that are coming, like, just get ready. This card is stacking up. You need to get your tickets right now.
Yeah, everybody wants to get that last fight in before the year's out.
Yeah, it's an insane card, and we have some lines in the water right now that are going to make it even more insane. So
all of my favorite fighters have told me they're trying to fight this summer.
Yeah,
everybody that I follow or am a fan of, they're like, yeah, I want to get on the December card.
It's a big card. We're fully expecting a maxed out 14 fight card. So buckle up for that. I think we have 9 or 10 officially fully signed right now. So we're whittling down to like the last few fights. So it's
a 1,000% at Monroeville.
1,000.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no chance at Sunny Days Arena, unfortunately. But
is that going to debut in January?
We'll see. Hopefully.
I'm not trying to.
Yes, hopefully. Yeah, I mean, we don't know either.
Is it more permits than getting the work done?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the work will be done, and by December, I bet. Yeah, for sure. Jacob Bang Loafert tagging in right at the end of a 2-hour podcast. Well done, Bang. What's up, dude? You heard absolutely nothing, but you're here now. And Nico Petrides won the meat bucks. Let's go, Bang.
Nico.
Bang's probably sipping Miller Lite at home right now. What are you watching? I want to know what Bang watches at night. Let's go, dude. He's fun. He's so fun. I could see that. Miller Lite and Terrifier. That sounds good. Said, what up, fellas? Dude, he's the man. Did you see his fight?
Oh.
He fought for us once against Joe LaRocca.
Oh yeah,
the legend Joe LaRocca.
Mullet Man.
Mullet Man LaRocca. But Bang is a good dude. He fought.
You're impressed. I remember that. Huh?
Yeah, that was not, dude.
Did Jake Zach beat him up?
No, Jake Zach is also the Mullet Man.
Yeah.
There's only room for one mullet though.
I love Jake Zach.
Dude, Jake Zach's so fun. Jacob Bang Loafer watches Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Yeah, that checks out. I can see that too. Miller Lite in hand, Always Sunny on the TV. That's a good night. That's a great night. But
nice.
he fought Joe Al Martinez for stout fights as well. Bang Loafer. So
nice.
A lot of Joe Al talk on this podcast.
Joe Al's taking anything.
Too active.
He's not scared.
Super active.
Let's go.
Hell yeah. Well,
How
dude,
you get better. You got to be active.
You have to. You gotta play.
Watch Joe Al be the best fighter out of the area. Watch.
It would be crazy.
He's getting the most experience.
For sure, getting the most reps. I want to know how many competitions he had this year. Maybe like 7, 8.
He's going to be on Meat Bucks next year for sure.
Let's go.
Let's
get Joe Al in there. That would be awesome. But dude, this is always one of my favorite podcasts for sure. Appreciate you coming in and all you do for us, but also for the fighters. Like, as we said, you can see like the thing growing. You say you always see new faces in the store. People are for sure taking note, and for good reason. Like, what you guys do is amazing.
I just appreciate people that work hard. I would do anything for the hard workers in America. Like, I really appreciate it. And these fighters work harder than anybody, and they get no love.
Yeah.
There's no paycheck. I mean, there is.
Sure.
But it's not enough to get by without supplement. So anything I can do to help is the least that I can do.
Love
that. Makes any sense.
Love that, dude. Well, shout out Good Dad. Shout out Nico Petrides winning the Meat Bucks. Let's go. We'll see you real soon, Nico. And we'll log off for this one, Brad. Thanks for coming in, bro. Let's go. Cheers, man.